and the Amazon store affiliate link. All this and more by the Emperor's will in the video description. In the 41st millennium, humanity stands on the brink of annihilation. The galaxy-spanning imperium of man is set on all days by hostile aliens and threatened from within by traitors and heretics. I'm not gonna have time to read all of this. Yeah, I missed it. Alright, guys. And Kevin is here too.
Hey.
Hope that's all working. So I have to do the opening because I have to play this on my second account because my account can't log in online because I played this too early at a launch and didn't accept the terms and conditions somehow because it didn't appear. So we're winging it tonight. I mean, who likes planning things, right? It's okay. Kevin will smash, cut, and burn people in the multiplayer while I sit here and do the opening prologue. I mean, I guess if you're finding matches and you keep finding matches, like, we can just do multiplayer. Theoretically.
Yeah, up to you.
We had a plan, guys. That's why we're starting 45 minutes late. Begin encrypted message. Do we really need subtitles when, like, the screen is literally, like, has text on it? Obviously, like, I put subtitles on so people can understand what's being, like, said on the screen, Kevin, but, like, on the bottom in the subtitles it says early stage invasion, but, like, on the screen itself it says early screen invasion. Like, you know what I mean? It's just...
just double it up.
Like, subtitles are supposed to subtitle, not... Like, you can read that on the screen. You don't need it in the bottom there. It's just the logical is what it is. Yeah, I know access. It says it on the screen. Okay, and the subtitles, it's bothering me too, because the subtitles are popping up faster than the text on the screen is actually being written. Anyways, an invasion is coming, guys. Let's do this. Hail the Messiah. Hail the machine god. Death Watch.
Approaching Kadaku. Prepare for atmospheric entry.
Let's do this. Stand by for Titanfall.
Approaching drop zone.
We need Concord. The Emperor can wait. Did you hear about poor Concord, Kevin?
What happened?
It's dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't even hear this game, but my buddy sent a post talking about how, like, they're literally giving people's money back for it.
Yeah, they're refunding everything. And they're closing it on
Incredible.
Friday? I think it's on Friday. It's gone forever. So, some people, they want to get, like, the trophies. Like, you know, the achievements on Xbox, the trophies?
Yeah.
And they need to grind levels. And they found that the fastest way to grind levels was just to commit suicide. So the lobbies that do remain are just people mass suiciding.
That's funny.
Yeah, what a way to go, eh?
Yeah. So, okay, what was it? Like, nobody's playing it?
It was estimated to sell only 25,000 copies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, PlayStation, on my estimations, lost upwards of $200 million.
That's horrible. Well, I never even heard of the game, so I blame a little bit of marketing there.
Yeah, they just kind of recently announced it, and it was kind of like a Guardians of the... It's basically, if you've ever played Destiny multiplayer, it was that meets Guardians of the Galaxy with some of the ugliest character designs in existence. Yeah.
You know, bad business is just bad business, you know, you mess up, you move on. Except for 200 million, that sucks. But, like, I think of the poor developer that poured their heart and soul into that game. Watch it crumble. Like,
In, like, 11 days. It was pretty derivative, but, like, my god, embarrassing. I was the #1 Concord streamer, you know, Kevin.
oh, were you? Wow.
That was my game. You know why I was able to claim that, Kevin?
What?
No one else streamed it.
No one else streamed it. No way, you were the only one.
Well, I mean, I imagine there was other people, but
But you were the, what
It-
was
it
it? That
peaked-
one in Cold War. You were the #1 streamer.
not Cold War. I hate Cold War, but like at one point it maxed out at like 600 people watching Concord.
Okay.
I had like 100 and something people watching, so I had like a sixth of the audience that were actually playing that game at its peak.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, it was kind of funny.
So from what you played, was it actually that bad?
It was like, okay, so the weird thing is like all of my like media friends were like, oh, I actually really like Concord. It's a shame nobody likes it. And I was sitting there, I'm like, wow, this is like the boringest, slowest, like, you know what, shooter is supposed to have good, like, gunplay, right? Like the gunplay was bad, the movement was bad. It was really slow and boring, and yeah, I didn't like it. It was nice looking, but man, those character designs were just downright atrocious. I don't know who they were having come and do playtests or something like that, but they should have hired some more people to come in and be like, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. Yeah. You thought Redfall couldn't be topped? I actually think it's the biggest, like, Sony probably blunder of all time in terms of, like, it's probably PlayStation's biggest blunder outside of buying Bungie, but I mean, they haven't closed Bungie yet. I'm sure we're getting there eventually, but yeah, it's probably their biggest failure as a publisher in their whole history is Concord. They claim, so they're doing a Grinch thing where they're like, we're taking it offline and back to the shop and we're going to retool it. But I think what they're going to do is pull it, wait till nobody thinks about the game anymore, and just, like, forget about it. Because I'm like, I thought they would have tried to pivot it to, like, PS Plus or make it free to play, but no, they just pulled it and refunded. Typically, those types of games don't come back. And I'm like, it's a big loss, and you could be like, oh, well, we need to, you know, retool this and try to make some money off of it. But I'm also looking at it from the perspective where I'm like, pulling it already, I doubt they're going to want to put more money into trying to market that game again, because it just didn't work. Darius is dead, Kevin. He attended my wedding.
This multiplayer is pretty cool. It's short, but it's actually really cool.
Oh, short matches, okay. Is PvP out yet? Kevin's playing it right now. I can't because, for whatever reason, my account can't connect to the multiplayer. So I'm on Sky Captain 6 today. Aw, so the achievements aren't even gonna count for me. That sucks.
That's...
Redfall lasts longer? That's because Redfall was, like, the greatest game of all time, obviously. This generation's ET. I think ET actually was technically more profitable than that one was. Like, ET actually sold millions of copies. They just made too many copies, and yeah, that was a big problem. I think that's right? ET actually sold millions? I don't know. But, like, ET actually, like, killed, like, Atari, man. Like, I don't think Concord's gonna do that for PlayStation. I just think the funny thing is like, PlayStation keeps making all these blunders, and then yet Xbox, like, somehow is making even worse blunders. It's hilarious. Like, seriously though, dude. It's like, between Bungie being, like, a complete dud, and then Concord losing hundreds of millions and having, like, no first-party games coming out this year, it's amazing how much they, like, drop the ball only for, like, Xbox to somehow do worse. It's genuinely impressive. Yeah, no more Concord streams, guys. It doesn't fit into the schedule. The other thing, too, who the hell releases a premium multiplayer experience like a week ahead, or 2 weeks ahead, not even, of freaking Call of Duty's beta? Like, what? Like, seriously? That's just stupidity is what that is. Absolute stupidity. So anyways, if you're wondering what I'm doing, guys, this is just the prologue that you have to do before you can do anything in the game, and that's, again, because I can't use my primary account. Because we were going to do, like, strike missions tonight, like operations missions, and then we were going to do a later stream where we tackle campaign, but, like, well, that's off the menu for now. Fuck, anyways. E.T. didn't kill Atari? Well, E.T. was the final sort of, like, stepping stone. Like, there was numerous issues, and then E.T. was the killing blow is what it was. So you can say it was a lot of things, but the final fatality to Atari was E.T. Don't worry, guys. Console wars, they're fought over decades. The first console war just ended this year, actually. Because I don't know, the headless ghost body of Atari finally bought out in television, so... Yeah. So you just gotta wait, like, 50 years, Xbox will bow out, and then eventually Microsoft will just buy PlayStation.
And then Microsoft wins in the end.
Microsoft wins in the end.
It's
Yeah.
just a circle.
It's just a circle. The $1 trillion company always wins eventually, right? It just, we won't care. Because, like, think about it, too. Like, if you were, like, maybe a kid back in the day, maybe you were into the rivalry of, like, Atari versus Intellivision. But, like,
Yeah.
30, 40 years on right now, it's like... Because I read it, and I was like, I just went about my day, right?
Yeah.
Like, who cares? So at that point, like, right now, it's like, oh, Sony versus, or Xbox versus PlayStation. But, like, in, like, 40 years, something like that, if Microsoft bought PlayStation, you would just kind of, like, probably shrug your shoulders and be like, okay. Cool. Cool. Wait, I mean, we'd probably have a laugh about it, right, Kevin?
Yeah, literally, dude.
Yeah. We could do, like, a retro podcast night or something and be like, remember back in the day? Ugh. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna kill this ugly creature. Just you wait. I'm gonna execute it. I'm gonna, like, rip it out, and it's, like, blood everywhere. It's gonna be sick. See, I did that. When will Sega buy Nintendo? I think it's more likely Nintendo would buy Sega. I would think, right? See, the problem... Sega is a hard company to buy because they have all their money, like, it's like a holdings company. It's like Sega, or, is it called Sega Sammy or whatever? They have, like, a parent company structuring, which is a little awkward. And then they've also got, like, Atlas, which is, like, a wing of the company, too. And yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. Well, I don't think Microsoft could buy Sony unless there was new changes in the Japanese government, right? Because they protect their companies. Hey, sorry, Kevin.
I was just gonna say that going on, the multiplayer is really cool. I keep thinking there's a war, but like it's its own thing.
Can't wait to try it.
Can't wait to try it.
Can't wait to try it. Yeah. I have to sit here and crunch my ass off to get this game ready to review it for, like, today. And then I can't even play the multiplayer. It's like I get punished for doing my job. Like, honestly. Like guys, I don't know if you ever see the work behind the scenes on some of this stuff, but, like, I was up till, like, after 6 in the morning yesterday getting that Warhammer review done. Like, they gave me 2 days to, like, get a review ready for this game. Ah. And it's still awesome. It really is. This game is spectacular. Yeah. Sonic, I am so excited for Sonic 3. Yeah. I get to feel like a kid again when I watch the Sonic movies. I remember when, like, the after credits was the first one, and I was like, that's Tails! And the kids in the theaters were like, what? Tails? And I was like, that's Tails! Did you see the trailer, Kevin?
No. Really good. Jim Carrey's still in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing himself and his fat grandfather.
No way.
Yeah, he's
What a
doing both.
legend.
Keanu Reeves is Shadow.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's Shadow versus Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic. It's like a dream come true. It's gonna be a cinematic universe, because they now have, like, a spin-off show where Knuckles has his own show. And, yeah, I hope they don't stop until we get Froggy and Mr. Big Cat. But, it looks like, story-wise, they're kind of adapting Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Or, sorry, Sonic Adventure 2. So, things are getting a little hyped around here.
I think that's funny that it went from the first movie coming out where there was the whole, like, oh, Sonic looks so bad, the studio really had to redo it.
Yep.
Like, that whole little drama thing to now we're on the third movie and it's doing so extremely well.
Cinematic universe. We live in a time where the movies are outperforming the games. A Sonic movie universe. Anyways, I theorize Shadow and Sonic will have to team up to fight like Metal Sonic at the end, I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but yeah, but it's crazy because it's like Jim Carrey, he just said he was retiring too, unless like the right script came along, and then they announced Sonic 3.
Sonic.
Sonic.
That's gotta just be fun for him, though. You know.
He says he does it
Carrey's gotta
because
be what, late 50s, 60s
yeah,
now?
he's getting there. He's pretty old, but I guess his kid really loves Sonic.
Ah.
Yeah. So he does it for, and you know what I mean? He's allowed to be like himself, right? I'm sure he's allowed to literally like just whatever Jim Carrey says. They're just like, go ahead, dude, whatever.
Right.
Go nuts. I mean, that must be cool as an actor, though, if you like to do your crazy, over-the-top comedic stuff, and then you get like a studio where they're just like, dude, these movies make us stacks. Go nuts, bro. Go nuts. Space Marine for the Emperor. Do you need certain subscriber counts for review copies? I mean, yeah, you know, it's like every publisher, every game company has different standards, you know, and I don't even get everything. I get most stuff now, but, you know. But what I really want are your likes on the stream. Subscribing is great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, the Amazon store affiliate link, and gamerheadquarters.com. I write stuff on my site sometimes. And Kevin's here.
That's me.
Yeah. And if you're new to the stream, we stream around this time every day. It's great.
You absolutely nailed the question for tonight's stream, though.
Yo, dude, they're totally gonna do Rogue the Bat.
Emperor, sorry.
For the Emperor! You're gonna have to give us some of those during the stream, Kevin.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do occasional yells. For the Emperor! Have you seen the magic of Rogue the Bat, Kevin?
No, I have not.
You haven't seen Rogue the Bat ever in Sonic? Did you not play any of the Sonic games?
I wasn't big on them, though.
Okay, well she's got assets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you ever look up GIFs on Discord, because I was like, man, all these Sonic GIFs are strangely sexualized. If you ever look up Rogue the Bat, the GIFs on like Discord and stuff are like, holy crap, man. I was like, I thought this was like a kid's game. Yeah, she's bringing it back, like Timberlake. Funny. Rogue the Bat, yeah. She's kind of like Black Cat and Spider-Man, sort of, if that makes sense. But like
That's
a Batwoman. Yeah.
My favorite Black Cat showing in any Spider-Man media ever was in the Spider-Man 2 game. And how she's just like one of the side characters while you're going through the movie plotline. Yeah. But like Peter Parker, because he'd have his little monologue thoughts after most missions. After you did the first Black Cat one, he's like, I wonder if there's a Mr. Black Cat. Yeah.
Well, I kind of like her with Peter Parker because she like, well, I guess she likes Spider-Man, but it's kind of interesting though because she sort of brings out is more like crazy, like he has a lot more like fun and he's a little less restricted and
she's his manic pixie girl.
Yeah, she is his manic pixie girl. But yeah, I've always kind of liked her as a character. Is Space Marine 2 worth it? It's pretty spectacular. You should probably check out my review though. Is Kevin a streamer too? Well, I mean, he's on the stream, right?
Oh, whoa.
See, Kevin, there is demand for you.
Right? The
Yeah.
only thing that keeps me waking up is the what if.
The what if. You just gotta wait a good amount of time until I really build up my subscriber base, and then you just eat off of the larger number. That's the way to do it. Someday I'll be there, man. Did you ever play World War Z?
Yes, actually.
Same devs.
I don't know why we stopped. It was really fun. I think that was around the time Back for Blood came out, and we kind of made the switch to that with the game group.
Yeah, so there was actually like a last update they did for World War Z, which I think was it last year, guys? I don't know when we did it, but we streamed it on the channel. It was a huge update. You go to like Arizona and stuff. It was a blast. But I don't know if you noticed with the creatures, right? But like, same developers.
Yeah, you can see it when like the Terminids swarms start coming in, and when they're climbing up the walls. That is so World War Z. It's not even funny.
Which is actually
kind of knock them off the walls.
What's happening in the game right now, which is why I'm talking about it. Is,
oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. They're climbing the walls, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just World War Z. That was my first thought. I was like, oh my god, it's the same devs, isn't it? For the Emperor! Okay, another thing too to keep in mind, Kevin, because I don't know if I told you this. This game actually is kind of challenging, especially when you're not playing with like real players. So just
that's where I was kind of slowing down on the campaign a little bit. Waiting for you is that it is actually really challenging, and I noticed for like the operations, it's a one-go thing.
Yeah, you gotta go crazy. The operations are really cool, guys, because that's why I wanted to do those tonight so that we didn't spoil anything, but. They're supplementary missions, so like while you're doing a campaign mission, you're like, when you do the operation missions, those are like a secondary squad, and it kind of like ties into the story. It's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it builds up like a greater story universe. Yeah. Saga hasn't been relevant. They got a Sonic universe, dude. They're totally relevant. They just do different stuff, and they make lots of arcade stuff too, right? Although I think they've cut down on their arcades. Imagine the body heat, dude. Well, they're like the Flood, these guys, right? They're like organisms that consume organic matter. So they do kind of make just these big, like, pulpy blood things. And of course, these are the only villain creatures in this game, right, Kevin?
Yeah, the only ones.
Yeah. Although I did hear it gets a little chaotic. But who's to say? Oh my god, you know what I didn't notice the first time I played this? When they do a blood splatter and they have the cinematic black bars, the blood actually goes over the black bars. That's so cool. I didn't even notice that. I like how they do the reveal and it's like it's Titus, and it's like, well, obviously it's fucking Titus.
Yeah.
Acting like we don't know this. It would have been cool though from the marketing perspective if they had kept it as a secret and it was just like a Space Marine and you didn't actually know until you played the game and he took off his helmet. You'd be like, oh my god, I have no idea who that is because the first game came out like 14 years ago. But I have no idea who this. Nah, it would be funny for returning players. They'd be like, oh crap, it's Titus, but like all the marketing has shown us he's back, so it doesn't. Ruins the surprise of it. Tomorrow, Space Marine 2? No, tomorrow I think is gonna be Test Drive. And then we're back on COD beta this weekend. Did you play any of that, Kevin?
What do you think of the beta? I was going to. I haven't gotten to it yet because my one buddy got the game on Steam. Yeah, so he didn't have it on Game Pass, so he wasn't able to play the beta. Or sorry, he got the Modern Warfare on Steam, so I didn't have access to the Black Ops.
Yeah, so that beta starts. Open beta is this weekend.
Okay, because like I've seen a lot of negativity about it.
Yeah, I wasn't really too.
You weren't. No.
Great for metrics though.
No, that's awesome. There was one I saw, because that was funny when we were talking about, based on the 90s, and there was this one clip of a dude jumping off the roof, and he's like doing like spins in the air, and he 360 no-scopes the guy while doing this dolphin dive, and I like looked into the comments to see people, complain, and the top one was this guy like, yeah, that's exactly how we fought in Iraq, and I laughed.
That's exactly how we My favorite was like, we were in the penthouse map, and I'm like, see guys, houses like this? Totally affordable back in the day. They handed these out.
Yeah.
Gold toilets with gold panthers, everyone had one of these. Most people with a regular paying job, they had 4 houses like this.
Take you back to a time where the dollar menu was at basically any restaurant you go to.
$5 footlongs. Try $3.
Yeah, for real, dude. Yeah.
Fuck.
It's actually one of those little jokes I saw. It was born too late, you know, to map the world. Born too early, you know, to go travel the stars. Born just in time to watch a $5 footlong turn into $12.
Turn into $12. My biggest mind-blowing moment in my life was during COVID when gas went back down to 50 cents. I was like, dude. Alright, so when we were kids, guys, gas sometimes cost 60 cents. During COVID...
You'd hear it from your parents, you know. Like...
oh, 30 cents? 20 cents? Yeah. Fuck, dude. When I saw it go down to 50, I was like, this is a once... Because, like, gas will never go that cheap again. For context, it's 150 now? 160 right now or something? Yeah, I think it's like 150 right now. And I'm like, it'll never go back to 50 cents again. But for that brief... Like, actually, I think I still have that picture during COVID of me beside the gas line. I was like... Dude, I'm gonna tell my kids about this. 50 cents. And ridiculous. You came to say hello to Kevin? Kevin's got some fans.
Aw, well, hello, guys.
Yeah. The game, if you bought the Super Edition, you can play this game now. Yeah. I get everything, or most things early. Xenomorphs? What about Xenomorphs? How did I get the game early? They sent it to me? You and your wife are excited to play. Well, oh yeah, he actually says that too. That's funny, because I was just going to be like, praise the Emperor. I hope you two have a lovely time with the game. It's a blast. Yeah. A more polished World War Z. World War Z is actually pretty polished. I thought that game was pretty well put together. For the Emperor, brethren, exactly. Yeah. She has properties. Yes, Rogue the Bat. I always call them assets, but yeah, she's got quite a stuff going on. Really, like, I'm gonna have to send like a gift of that to Kevin so you can actually see what she looks like. I'm
just searching it up right now.
You're just searching it up. Yeah, Rogue the Bat. Was your gal ever into Sonic? She strikes me as someone that would play that, like the Kyle Gardens, like, you know, the little...
Yeah.
Oh, I typed in Rogue, and now I'm getting all these suggestive Rogue from the X-Men, kind of.
I see what you mean, because there is a lot of, like safe for work photos, but are suggestive. You know what I
like,
mean?
Strangely
The
suggestive.
poses? Yeah, like... It's like, here's Rogue the Bat, but leaning over, you know?
Yeah. Keep in mind, it's like it's a kid's thing, right, Sonic? You think, right? But
Summoned by the Primarch.
yeah, well, I'm seeing a lot of stuff from like the newer animated thing, which I'm not familiar with. But I just remember she was always like, especially in like Sonic Adventure 2, it was pretty crazy. I'm trying to find one where she's like showing off her assets. There was one where she had like kind of bent over and was doing that, but you gotta type Rogue the Bat. I gotta say, Discord gifts are strangely like, what's the word I'm looking for? Horny? Oh, there we go. I think that one kind of does it. Sonic Adventure 2. Prove yourself, Titus. I prove myself every day for the Emperor.
What is your life?
Positive Kevin energy. Yeah, Kevin always hits with the highest of energy. The Kevin fan club in SpongeBob? What's that?
Oh, that's oh god, is he the pickle? I can't remember. He's the one. He's a big jerk or whatever that comes in, and everyone thinks Kevin's so cool, and SpongeBob really likes Kevin, but I think it's, if I'm remembering correctly, he turns out to be like a total jerk. I think he is a pickle. But when I say pickles in SpongeBob, I think of the episode where dude's like, "You forgot the pickle." Anyways.
I'm just watching him get his armor put together right now. Oh my god.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's just, this game is just so fucking cool. Like, it's just dumb how, like, ridiculously cool this game is.
Yeah.
My
All the power armor. It is just incredible.
Warhammer 40K Space Marine. God, that opening is like half an hour, dude. Okay. Now I'll come. Is multiplayer rolling? What's up, guys? If you guys want to play now, you have to buy the super duper edition of the game. That's how you play early, guys. I had it earlier, but, you know. God, that armor is so cool. Did you ever, like, check out, like, the miniatures?
For Warhammer, yeah. I've seen them.
I found it so interesting when I was, like, a little kid. I remember I would go to the odd... They would do them every so often, but they do, like, an auction at, like, the Warhammer store in Sunridge. When there was a Warhammer store there, guys.
Yeah.
The place is, like, dead now. I'm actually... I don't... That mall, I don't know how it still goes, but, like... Barbaro Mall, I don't know how that one still is not gone yet.
That place is doing the hurt.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to check it out because, like, I'd like to see it from a nostalgic standpoint, but I'm also worried about getting stabbed.
Oh, yeah. It's just the hood. You know?
It's just the hood, yeah. Does this game give me flashbacks to my time in the French Foreign Legion? Every day it does. Every day.
You never leave the French Foreign Legion.
One for all, and all for the French Foreign Legion. From loving my... Okay, that's great Alpha Kev. Yeah, you guys do... In the American land, you guys do gallons, we do liters here in Canada, if you're talking about cost. And we make the fucking stuff.
World. No,
I don't know why it costs more for us. Okay, I think I get to join soon. I have to report to the captain, and he's gonna do his whole...
Okay. Because, yeah, this match is conveniently ending, so it would line up perfectly.
Good.
And I don't want to leave this lobby, because these guys make me feel like a god.
Good. See, the funny thing is, I'm probably gonna do really well, and none of it'll count as progress for my actual account.
Right.
Pain.
I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement.
No,
it
do
doesn't
you?
seem like you switch out. Like, if you get in a lobby, you're either a heretic or an Imperium.
Discord among the men.
Is there anything else?
You're a lieutenant now.
A lieutenant. Okay, that one throws me off there. How do you say it? Do you say lieutenant or do you say lieutenant?
Very well.
Proper English, it should be lieutenant. So mispronunciation that makes it lieutenant.
But, like,
But
how do
because of
you
our
say it?
media. I say it lieutenant. Like, we're very Americanized. You always hear lieutenant, lieutenant, lieutenant. But anything to do with England, it's lieutenant.
England? There's no England. This is the grim dark future.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, that's where I was joking with my one buddy that, like, it's funny with this game, because we were talking about it before, that with anything Roman in media, it's English.
Yeah.
Like, almost always English accents that, like, you know, obviously you have one of the largest empires ever. But that when anything Imperial, it's English reference. So that's where I thought it was funny when we started playing. Well, I started this game up, and that everyone's kind of British accent. You know,
I
for the
think
most
the
part.
main guy is, like, Irish.
Lieutenant, forgive my
I
hesitation.
get okay. Well, I'm horrible with that. You know, actually, to be fair, because a couple times I said, "Oh, that's a British accent." My girlfriend will jump in and, "Oh, that's Welsh." I really don't know what I'm talking about. But
I
you know,
can't
that-
decipher the dialogue or
UK,
dialects like that.
Yeah, the general UK population.
Yeah. I'm just like, I was trying to interview this guy, but they wanted to do a phone call instead of, like, a video interview, and I was like,
Already assembled on the flight deck. Good.
so it didn't pan out.
We'll leave immediately.
I changed my achievement color? No, I didn't. I'm on Sky Captain 6.
Don't make him go to Sky Captain 7. Alright.
Seriously. Not in this economy. Barbara Mall, but you can never leave? What's Barbara Mall? Is that like a thing? Online play is now functional. Time to join the fight online, guys. Space Marines!
Well, I backed out of that lobby because it was just about to start again, so I can join you. Or...
What is our assignment? Acadians have lost control of the orbital guns. We are to recapture them. Lost them already.
I'm just like, should we just do the campaign? Like, if we did a campaign stream, I wanted to just go through the whole campaign, but we're not doing that tonight.
Could do one half and another half later.
Okay, let's
Because the
get you in
multiplayer is
here.
really cool, but there is like a lack of maps, if you know what I mean.
See, guys, we had a plan going to tonight. That's why we started like 45 minutes late, and like, because again, the multiplayer isn't working on my main account, so I have to do my second account to tie into the multiplayer. Because apparently I played before the terms of service for multiplayer existed in this game, and it doesn't allow me to accept them. Fuck, I backed out of that. I didn't want to start the mission. I did want to start that mission! Okay, we're doing campaign, I guess.
Alright.
Fuck. I backed out of the zone. It tricked me. It tricked me. We're doing campaign. God damn it. Alright. Let me get you in here. So anyways, we're doing the campaign tonight, guys. Yeah, Sky Captain 6 has arisen. Do you think the game looks great? It does from an aesthetic standpoint, but my god, is this game murky on the frame rate mode. It's 1080p, and it doesn't even like hit 60 FPS. And it crashes all the time. Did you have any crashes, Kevin?
Actually, I have not.
Huh. Yeah.
That's that Series S magic, man.
Series S magic, that's exactly what it is. One time it crashed and gave me a game update that I had to wait and update. And then it kept crashing. I was like, god damn it. Like, I give it status level frequent for crashing, so we'll see if that happens tonight.
Sir, you served in the Death Watch.
I served in the books next.
That must have been a great honor.
Being in the Death Watch? Never talk about the Death Watch, man. Nobody talks about the Death Watch.
Let's go.
You want it? Of course you want it. This game's awesome.
Anytime you can give your life in service to the Emperor is honorable.
It's a good day to give to the Emperor.
You're right.
You guys ready for this?
And now he has your command.
Yeah, now he has your command, you failure of a Space Marine. Anyways, this level, guys, looks so fucking cool. Are you joining in progress? I don't know if you were...
Yeah, I'm in. I'm watching the cutscene and everything.
Alright, because it didn't,
This level
like,
is
tell me.
awesome.
Yeah, this
The
opening
whole,
thing?
Like, yeah.
Oh.
It's mass scale fights.
Yeah. I love the sense of crazy duty that every character has, too. Like, I like this lady here, because she's just, like, 100% for the cause.
Sell it, dude. Like, you know.
Fuck. I kind of think that these guys are the equivalent of, like, Halo when Master Chief pops up or a Spartan, and you're like, oh! Just minus the, you know... You know, like, when Doom Guy enters, like, a facility, and everybody, like, freaks out, and he's just, like, takes their guns.
Yeah.
Did you play Doom... Is it Doom Eternal? Yeah, did you play Doom Eternal?
I played the one for the 360. I don't think Eternal's the newest one.
Yeah, so, like, there's a scene when there's, like, this big orbital gun thing that they're, like, fighting for on Mars while all the demons are there. And, like, Doom Guy just appears in a portal in this room, and all the humans are, like, trying to fight in the stands. And, like, Doom Guy just walks by, and the guy in this chair is just, like, freaking out the scientist dude. And he just kind of, like, picks up the scientist dude, like, kind of moves him in his chair, takes his ID badge, stabs the thing to open the door, walks slowly by him. This Marine is just, like, freaking out. he just puts his hand out, picks up the Marine's gun from him, starts walking away.
That's awesome.
Oh god. Just the terror of seeing that kind of thing and being like, thank god it's on our side. But like this battle here looks so fucking cool.
This is awesome, dude.
Like when I was playing this game, I kept thinking, man, I should have put this on my fucking PC because like holy crap does this look cool. But it's like super blurry. But like on my PC it probably would look like so sharp. But look at the scale of that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh.
Like I know the books or whatever I've been told from my buddies like describe the Flood a little more like massive, but the one thing I always thought with like StarCraft or the Zerg was the description of like alien life forms blocking out the sun. There's so many when they invade, and like to see this in Warhammer, like I don't know, it really cool. The idea of an organic life form that just there's trillions, you know, that really cool crap.
And I just love how like the Marines, like our Marines, are just constantly like dogging on like the other humans, being like, I always heard they were tougher, and yet they let the creatures take the planet. It's just like, dude.
Failure is not acceptable.
It's like these regular people just doing everything they can. Like look at this. Could you imagine fighting in this?
Right.
Get like laser guns and crap, and it's just like this relentless force of bug creatures. Well, they're not. They, you know, they're like what is that? Starship Troopers. They're like those things, really. I know they're kind of different. They're more like dinosaur type creatures, but yeah. Do I ever? Of course, I have early access. But like, if you have the Super Duper edition, you can play it right now too. But you don't need the Super Duper edition to like the stream.
Whoa.
I know, crazy, right? Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting. The Patreon option. The Discord for stream alerts. The Amazon store affiliate link. Buying anything on Amazon, the link in the video description. I don't have a chainsaw, I've just got this stupid blade. Ugh. It's so lame. I love the chainsaw. I use it the whole time, but like, man, the chainsaw is so freaking cool.
I haven't gotten to the point, but I can't wait to get the giant Warhammer though.
Oh, the Warhammer is like pretty sweet. I still prefer the chainsaw, but like the Warhammer, dude, you just like smack big groups. There's like a later part in the game where you're fighting these other kinds of units. Oh, we're doing it synchronized, Kevin! Did you see that?
Awesome. Yeah.
It was majestic. Sorry, guys. That was so cool. There's like a different enemy later on, but like if you just run instead of even fighting or stabbing, you could just like run through them and they explode in big pulpy blood bulbs. It's like holy shit. Like it's nasty. It was great. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about Brutal Doom again? You guys never stop talking about Brutal Doom. What happens in the Death Watch stays in Death Watch. This guy knows what's up. Alright, Kevin, give us your For the Emperor.
For the Emperor!
Jeez. I just like, I was playing this game early and I was like, man, this game is so fucking cool. Like, just, oof. I can't wait to play this, like, I don't know, assuming there is a PS5 Pro coming out, I'm gonna try to see if I get a code for this to, like, review it and be like, I bet it's like, if this, like a, you know, just something like a rig that could play this better, like, it would be amazing. The only downside I think for Kevin though is he's got to deal with the 30 FPS. I feel for you, Kevin.
Oh, this is only 30 FPS.
Yeah, but you get a higher resolution, so your game actually technically looks better than mine does, but it plays at half a frame rate.
This game is beautiful though.
Yeah, it's very nice looking. I love the detail of the armor too. Like especially my character where it says like Ultra on the shoulder and everything like that. It looks so sweet.
The orbital guns are on the other side of the swamp.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be careful here. This is one of the areas where it crashes.
Oh, the first chainsaw?
Yes! I love the chainsaw. Bolt pistol. Heavy bolt pistol. Yeah, okay, let's go. What would be a cool enemy to fight? This reminds you of Gears. Yeah, I like to call this, it kind of looks like Gears of War meets Halo because you have like shields, so it's kind of like Gears of War, but you're like, you know, the big bulky guy. Kind of Gears 1. Like, this game to me really feels like a 360 era game, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like kind of a nice sort of, just like, you know, it has that vibe of that era, and it just does it so well. But it makes sense because this game.
You know what? I completely agree with that feel. Sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
right?
even think of it that way. Yeah.
It feels like a game of that era, and I love it. And like the first one came out in 2011, so it makes sense that like this one feels tonally like that one. The only problem, I really, really genuinely wish they could have figured out the licensing and made the first one kind of like remastered ahead of this, because it would have been a really nice. Because I don't know how many people played this. Like, I don't know, I think, anyone that played the original back in the day. Like, personally, I don't know anyone that did, but it would have been great as like a, you know, get ready for this one kind of thing. The demons with an axe. You play Brutal Doom so often, you're now at a point where you're just using an axe to kill people. It's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, it just reminds me of like a 360 era game in like the best of ways, where it's sort of like linear, but you get like these bombastic like sequences and cool weapons and tools, and you just like, you feel like a big strong character. The story in this is actually pretty good too. I quite like the narrative in this one. Do you need a medical stem there, Kevin?
I do not.
Oh, I will take it then.
I do need ammo. I go through ammo like crazy in this.
Yeah, ammo is always something that I struggled with, but never to the point of like... See, that's the thing, is like I found this game really like kind of challenging, but I didn't really die much, but I was always like really close. So I think it balances the element of like, you're a tough badass Space Marine, but you're not invincible.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, really well done. This is a lot easier in co-op, man. Friggin' hell. A lot easier in co-op.
I agree, actually. I'm wondering when we come up to defending the antennas.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's going to be way easier with you. That was the hardest part I had out of this.
Oh, the antennas? Dude, there's like way, way tougher spots later on. Like, it... you will be challenged. Best NHL logo. Oh yeah, you were asking about that later. What do you think's the best NHL logo?
Ooh.
You can use older ones from teams that are defunct now too.
Even older ones? I like the old Kings one when they were the purple and black. That one was really cool. I have to think of. Oh, okay. The Buffalo Sabres logo. I heard a bunch of people saying they didn't like it. They call it like the slug or whatever. But that was one of my favorite logos, and that was hands down one of my favorite jerseys too.
Like the 2000s one?
Like, yeah, the later ones though, like 2009, 2010.
Where there was actual
Sabres,
like buffalo on it. That was.
Yeah. Well, no, there's the old one. There's the early 2000s with like the buffalo on it, and then there's the late 2000s one where it was the. I think it was like a darker blue, silver and black. Yeah, and it had like the yellow buffalo logo on it. But that was probably one of the nicest ones I thought too.
There you go, guys. Gets your heart going? Yeah, it does. How is Gears in space? Technically, Gears of War is in space. Holy freaking hell!
Yeah,
what just happened?
Planet, yeah. Oh, the like suicide ones, yeah.
Yeah, the bulbs got me. Demons are lumbered. Yeah, I bet it is. This game reminds you of Animal Crossing, does it? That was one of my favorite marketing crossovers, was Doom and Animal Crossing coming out at the same time.
You just got me thinking about jerseys. One last one quickly, because I know you'll agree with this. The 07 Capitals jersey. With the eagle.
Yeah.
That was a nice looking one.
Eagle was cool. I love their red jerseys.
You like the red ones?
Yeah, I actually love that jersey. For the Emperor. It's like the little miniature just like come to life. Mitchell really got into this when he had his time off, I heard. I was like, that's a pricey hobby, Mitchell.
That's all I've heard, is that it's really pricey. I know a lot of people who played it, but I never actually really played it myself.
Yeah. I have some of the miniatures. I think we bought them like cheaper secondhand when I was like a kid or something. I just painted some. I never like played it. Thankfully, because it's an expensive hobby to get into from what I understand. The old Anaheim Mighty Ducks jersey. Yeah, that one's nice. I like the Toronto jerseys, like the maple leaf designs. I think the one where the leaf is like really like crazy, like kind of more like weed-like looking from, was it the 70s or something like that? I like that one's a bit wild.
Like, there's nice logos, but I always think of the logo with the jersey. Like, there was the Ottawa Senators alternate when they made their cup run, and their alternate jersey looked great, I thought.
The alts are usually pretty fun. I like the retro Calgary Flames jersey, like the one that's like red and kind of yellow.
Yeah, I like that one.
I never liked the, was it the Black Sea?
The Black Sea one?
Yeah, isn't that like their modern one where it's like...
Oh, the black, with the horse?
That one I didn't like, or that one I was like so in, but the one where the sea is black.
I don't know why I can't think of that one right now.
Isn't that like the jersey they use now, or
our...
are they back to the Red Sea?
Probably back to the red. Black Sea one. Oh, wait, no. Because I'm thinking... I think the C's black on the jersey I have, the old one. Because I liked the Flame jerseys we had where it was like the black line going down the side, and then there was the little like gold parts on the side. I really like that one.
I'm gonna have to pop this up because it was like their logo for a long ass time. Flames, black.
Like through the 2010s, right? Because I like that jersey. We do have one of the worst jerseys I ever thought in the NHL. What was it? I think it was the late 2010s. One of the years we had it was the Flames jersey where it just had Calgary written across it. That looked horrible.
Really? I'm just like looking up the jersey to show people right now, and I'm freaking getting mulched. Getting just freaking mulched away. Okay, one sec. This one's where it's at, guys. This one. Okay, now I'm gonna pay attention. See, you distracted us with this, best jersey thing. I'm freaking getting smacked by these snipers. These guys are the deadly ones. Okay, they're always the ones that you gotta watch out for. You gotta, like, prioritize the, sniper attackers, because they just, like, eat your shield and stuff away like crazy.
Yes,
yeah.
Actually.
The Seattle Whale? What's Seattle Whale? There we go. Now I'm paying attention, guys. Also, a good way to generate health is your Y button frenzy attack.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
I was timing it out with the defensive league antennas that, like, during the mission I had the time to do the Y ability twice, and it was like, okay, if I like try space this out, I could survive.
Yeah.
It was tough.
I feel you. Bolt rifle, I think that's what I just switched to. Okay, let's keep going.
How do you use the grenade launcher?
Aim and then click on the right stick. You get 5 shots.
Okay.
And if you keep using a full ammo package, like not the little tiny ones, but you use a full ammo package, you can have like virtually unlimited grenade launcher shots. In case you're fighting any bosses.
This is way easier with like co-op though. Like,
oh yeah. I probably wouldn't have, well, I died one, or got down once, but I probably would have got down if I hadn't been a little distracted. Ugh. The Lemieux Penguins jersey. That one's nice too. I do like the Pens jerseys. Gears of War takes place in San Fran, eh?
Like it's funny, go figure, I talk about the Oilers jersey looking bad, but like the new and the old Oilers jerseys with the orange, I hate those ones, but I like their black one.
Interesting.
Like in the 2000s, I should say.
I am earning. It's so weird. Okay, because my secondary account is red. It's so weird earning achievements that. So what color do you use for your achievements?
I've always just gone with green. I didn't even know you could change them, to be honest.
Yeah, because I do lime green on like my main account, and then my second account is red, just so that I can like differentiate them. And it is so weird earning achievements that aren't like my account, quote unquote. Really throws me off. No thanks donation there, Mike. Anyways, Beetlejuice was fun, guys. I saw the screening. Pictures from the screening on the community tab, and there was a review, Beetlejuice movie review, so if you guys want more stuff like that, check it out. Oh god, look at them all coming, Kevin.
This grenade launcher's sweet, though.
It is. You should use it to take out these swarms. Yeah, it was so funny sitting there, like, playing this when I was working on it. Because I literally, guys, I had like 2 days to get this finished for a review. Like, it was ridiculous crunch time. Devs complain about crunch time, and then they make you crunch to cover their game. Again, the irony there. But that'll never switch or change. And then, yeah, I was just sitting there kind of working on this, like, the one night. I was like, huh, this is literally just World War Z, but they've changed up the creatures. And I was like, that's hilarious. It's not zombies anymore, right? Yeah, kind of funny. For the Emperor!
It's funny, because, like, so far, though, it's more to this game than just a horde shooter.
Oh, definitely. Like,
You know,
it's a
like,
full story
yeah.
game.
That was the one thing. Aliens Fire Team, I think about. I like that game. I haven't gone back to it, though, because, like, I feel like once you beat it once, you kind of beat it.
Yeah, you don't need to do it anymore. Okay, that was funny, too, because I was going to message you while I was working on this review-wise, and I was going to be like, huh, it kind of reminds me of Aliens Fire Team as well.
Yeah.
There's, like, the big xenomorph swarms. Did you know there's a sequel coming for that?
Oh, is there? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, it was a good game, but, like, I thought it was funny while we were playing it was that, there was a formula to it. You kind of knew what was coming every mission. It was really rinse and repeats.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, this one, I find, doesn't have that problem.
No.
You know?
I mean, hell, I just played through this, like, literally the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm back doing... Oh, we can go in there. Thanks for the heads up, Kevin.
No, I thought you were going to give your life for the Emperor, dude. I wasn't going to stop you.
It was getting close. My health was going down. So anyways, we'll have a new Aliens game to grind in the next, I don't know, year or so, I'm guessing. The new Utah team.
Aliens awesome series, so.
Well, to be fair for the Utah team, they have such a small timeline to get jerseys going. Like, it's lame, but it makes sense why it's like that, right? Yeah, but like, it would be cool for them to have an actual identity as a team, but yeah, usually timeline-wise for, like, creating, like, jerseys and logos and stuff, they usually get more time to do that, right? And they weren't afforded that. What else is coming up? I don't think there's anything else we can talk about going on. I will be having a trip, guys. I will be going to Montreal this month, so we will be doing some IRL streams, I think. So look forward to that. Yeah.
That'd be funny. Just walk down the streets of Montreal, have people try to guess what things say.
That will be funny too, right? I'll be a little fish out of water because it is so French there. Okay, so I did the Quidditch stream last night.
Yeah.
And people are so whiny because I wasn't loving it. Like,
Because you weren't what? Sorry?
I wasn't, like, necessarily loving Quidditch last night, and my stream's actually, like, getting a lot of, like, post views. And, like, there's a lot of people that are just, like, really hating on it. I've had to remove some comments for mean things.
What, they, like wanted you to be more hyped over it. Like, that's
Yeah.
funny.
It's a little weird. I'm like, oh, okay. Is there like a hidden data log over here? Look at all, like, look what happened here, dude.
Oh yeah, epic fight. And it is funny because this is one of the parts where it's like, you know, you think they would have held off more. And it's like, you look at the bodies, like, I think the militia did pretty good, you know?
That's what I was saying earlier, is they're just like, they're constantly just like ragging on like the poor humans, like, well, these guys are humans too, but you know what I mean? Like the regular like dudes, the regular soldiers, it's like, I'm sure they're giving it their all out here. Like, freaking hell, man. Like, imagine the psychological damage. I know they're a little crazier in this universe, too, but there's still going to be some kind of psychological damage seeing, you know, everybody get,
all
like...
your brothers fought to the death, you know, and then you got these, like, cybernetic, like, super soldiers coming in, like, wow, you guys really didn't put up a fight.
It's just crazy. Semi-auto. Oh, that's like that. The gamer score doesn't count. I already have these achievements, though, because I already did this, right? So I already have the achievements. It's just like, this is my other account, so I guess my other account's achieving, but like, I already got these achievements, like, I already beat the campaign. It's just the multiplayer stuff we'd be missing out on, but since we're not doing any online multiplayer today, so we're not missing anything. Or I'm not missing anything achievements-wise, and hopefully the devs can help me. Probably can't. I'm probably screwed. That's reviewing, guys. You get screwed a lot of the time. But you know what helps me not get screwed? Your likes on the stream!
Like, who?
Subscribing's great, donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, and the Discord for stream alerts. There's also an Amazon store affiliate link. Find anything on Amazon, the link in the video description. And Kevin's here! And if you're new to the stream, we stream around this time each day. It's great. Kevin's usually not here, but sometimes he is.
Yes.
Am I gonna execute this guy, Charm? I noticed, okay, so another thing the AI does too, is they will get the creatures in a state of to be executed, but they like...
And they'll leave it for you?
Yeah, they'll just leave it for you. Which can be an issue because, like, they can get un-executable pretty quickly, right? Yeah. Okay, what also is funny is I wanted to send you a GIF when we were talking about this game, but I couldn't find any. Have you ever seen Mystery Science Theater?
I have not, no.
Okay, damn it. Anyways, the beginning of the thing, like, it does a musical opening. It's like, in the not-too-distant future. I was going to try to send you that GIF because it's kind of like what this game is. It takes place in the, yeah. You got to know the jingle, though, otherwise it's not funny at all. Yeah. Because it is kind of funny how this is like in the grim dark, and then Mystery Science Theater is kind of like funnier, but also kind of twisted too. Anyways, I hope some people out there appreciate the Mystery Science Theater thing. That was actually really cool when I went to one of the Calgary Expos, and there was a girl that was dressed up as the one lady, or the one person from it. I was like, that's so cute. She's like, no one else knows what this is, and I was like, oh. I know. So, let me know when we get to the part where you haven't played past.
Okay. It's not too far ahead, actually.
Yeah. See, guys, Kevin gets to enjoy the games. I have to sit there and freaking grind.
I just love that, you know, yesterday playing this. It's like, oh, this is really cool. You know what? I'll come back to this later. Meanwhile, it's like 4 a.m. I'm sleeping. You're like, oh god, I gotta get this done.
Yeah. Just like wanting to go to bed and just like, oh, the agony. I mean, I love, you know, Burn in the Midnight, or the Morning Oil at that point as much as anyone, but like, freaking hell, dude. It does deplete the interest of some games a little bit more, having to, like, do them in that kind of, like... Oh, look at that thing exploding. I'd love to, like, sit at the studio and watch them kind of show the animation of how they do, like, the dynamic blood splatters on these things. Because it's gnarly. God, did you ever play Dead Island 2?
No, I did not. I played Dead Island and then Riptide, but I think there's
Yeah.
another one after. Yeah.
Like, my review thing for it, I would maybe recommend taking a look at it at one point, just to see the dismemberment, because I kind of sit there and I show it off in the video, but, like, you can literally dynamically break, like, a whole body. Like, you can sit there and you can smash parts of, like, the ribs and everything, and you can see, like, bloods. Like, it's crazy how they do that. I don't think I've ever seen a game that in-depth for, like, the dismemberment stuff. Like, you can literally sit there and you can have, like, a perfectly fine undead corpse that's, like, you know, dead? Re-dead? Super dead.
Yeah.
And you can actually... Oh, there's a stims right here if you want it on the left before we go in. And you can actually, like, break the whole thing down to, like, nothing being left. Like, you can break down the skin and you can see, like, the leg bones and the arm bones and... like, it's nasty, but, like, really genuinely impressive. Which makes for, like, when you're playing the game regularly and you're, like, walking through crowds, like, bashing zombies, it's so dynamic how they... It's like an actual zombie, like, crushing people that way. For the Republic! Hey, we're not clones. We're Marines.
Yeah, clones wish they were us.
We're more badass than the clones are. Super dead. Well, I mean, if you're... Do you die again if you come back as a zombie and then you die as a zombie?
You died twice. You double suck.
Yeah, but can you die if you're already dead or have died?
Link established. Go ahead, Major.
I don't know.
Whoa. Okay, if you're legally dead for like a minute or 30 seconds and they've recovered you and you come back to life, does that mean you're technically undead?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Ooh.
Right?
You died twice.
Because you'd be the living dead, right? Because you died, but you're still living. This reminds me of, what is that Scary Movie? Where it's Kevin Hart and that one guy, and it's like, because if you're dead, and then you're dead, and then you come back, you're not really a zombie. But
Yeah.
You know what part I'm talking about? Oh. Fuck, that's fake. No, seriously though, from like a perspective, like, if you die as a zombie, you can't be dead because you're already dead, right?
Well, wouldn't the zombie be a whole new, like, undead life form, though? Is that you? If I turn into a zombie and I bite you, would you go like, oh, god damn it, Kevin, like, you killed me? Or would it be like, zombie?
I mean, I'm sure if I came across you as a zombie and I killed you, I'd be like, oh, I killed Kevin. Even if you weren't you, you'd still be like you, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But then, again, if we
would just be
apply
putting the
this
face
to real life Kevin,
Yeah.
and you're clinically dead for like 20 seconds and you come back, isn't that the same as a zombie, though? Because you dead and then you undead?
I see what you're saying. I don't know if I was to be all like...
From a technical
about
standpoint, though,
it, I don't know.
you would be undead. I've never thought about this in depth, guys. I'm really actually thinking about this now. Because, like, you're alive, and then you're dead, and then you're alive again, so that would make you undead, right? You'd be the living dead, technically.
More resurrected, though.
Well, from a perspective, a zombie could technically be resurrected, right? Remember in, like, the Walking Dead and other zombie shows, how some people treat the dead as if they're still living?
Yeah, but I always thought the theme of that was that they were insane when they did that.
Yeah, but I mean the logic there, right? Where you're like, oh, they're not really dead. They're resurrected, right? A zombie would be a resurrected thing.
Well, like, it's interesting, because, like, if it's, like, the flood, it's not even so much you as the parasite making your body get up, but I don't know, if you were the zombie, because there's the funny thing with the zombie, because you get into the logistics of how would it work, and it always kind of the funny thing of, like, it wouldn't work, but I don't know, when you go with, like, the magical aspect of it, it goes down to where you're almost a walking skeleton at a point, like, the brain doesn't need to function, but I don't know, and like The Walking Dead, where like they're decaying, but nowhere near as fast as they should. But like, I don't know, the little bit of brain activity going on. Like they even show in the first season when they're in the CDC or whatever the place is, and dude was showing that like like a little like the most basic parts of the brain reactivate. So in a way, is that technically you, just not enough of you to be like conscious? So like,
well, if you were a living being and then you're a dead being and then you come back to life, you're an undead being, no matter how like you know, intelligent or intellect is there, right? Like, say you lost like half your brain, Kevin, and you were dead, but then they brought you back to life, but you came back with half your brain.
Yeah.
You would still be you, but you'd be a zombie, right?
I guess I don't know. I think you're getting into like really philosophical stuff because I like the point how much of you can you cut off. There was one kid or whatever I was seeing on this one show that like he had an accident where like a big like quarter of his brain was missing. It almost looked like a deflated football, but you know the guy was functioning, you know, living a happy life, you know, good for him. But like it was the whole thing that like there was nothing wrong with him, and it's like, well, how much of you can you cut off before it's not you anymore?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and it all goes back to my favorite thing, the ship of Thesis. How much can you replace before?
Yeah, before it's no longer the ship. That's actually what it was. I think you're referencing Avengers, aren't you? But it was hilarious when he brought that up in Avengers, you know. Or was it WandaVision?
I just love the philosophical query of it, even outside of the context of that. Because technically, our cells are regenerating constantly, and we're not the same person we are every year. But we are. Damn. Undead is a...
No, I think for Walking Dead, I would make that argument that like only a portion of your brain refired, so that maybe some way you are in there. But it's like, when can you bring someone back from being a zombie? I do like that point of, I don't know that I would treat somebody as alive if they were a zombie, but like, I love Red Dead Nightmare, when Marston takes his family and locks them up or whatever, and he's like, okay, like, don't eat your mother, Jack. Like, I love that, because it would be really hard to not want to do that with my family. You know, like, just try lock them away, because I always thought it'd be so funny, you know, to kill all the zombies, and then it turns out that, oh yeah, there's a cure, it's completely reversible. You know?
Well, that brings into the context of it. It's like, what if you could bring them back, and you'd be like, oh, well, I guess they weren't really super dead.
Yeah.
Or what about, like, whereas The Last of Us, where it's like a or not, well, like, yeah, kind of a parasite, but like something like a fungus that, like, you know, takes over the host. And they don't psychologically work.
Because I think that goes down to, like, the what is you part. Because I like the, what if you were to take out the brain and just suggesting, you know, discrediting the concept of a soul and just say that you are your brain. And you were then to remove the brain and then put in a robotic, like, control device that made you go and rob a bank. Now, was it really you robbing a bank, or are you just a walking corpse robotically being controlled? You know?
Okay, so
like,
well, now you're getting
really
into RoboCop territory. Because he's dead, but then they bring him back. Is RoboCop undead?
I feel like RoboCop's undead, or at least it's
so RoboCop's a zombie
type of being. Yeah, RoboCop is a zombie, but actually, I don't know that it would be a zombie. It would be like a zombie-like state, but more like using a dead body for something else.
Gears of War, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, the Gears title, I did have a good laugh with that when I first saw that, because it's called Gears E-Day. You know ED, what that stands for?
What, Gears of War Emergence Day?
No, Gears of War erectile dysfunction.
Okay, well that's not what I was thinking about at all. Right.
Did I get all the achievements? No.
The Tyranids will throw everything they have at this facility.
I'm just surprised more people are getting involved in this conversation. I think this is hilarious.
I was actually really wondering if the chat would have any thoughts, or is there just a bunch of people listening going, what?
One person said it's about the soul of something, but the soul isn't something we can define, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like theoretical.
Theoretically.
You can see where it works, but it's hasn't been determined yet.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's definitely something that makes you you.
Yeah.
There's definitely that, but like we can't define
You
what
can't
it is
pinpoint. Yeah.
from a biological standpoint. Is this game out yet? If you have the Ultimate Super Edition, you can play it now. But you gotta be super cool. I'm being filthy. Ah, that's what it's ED, you know? Same with PlayStation, you know? Kevin, I'll hit you with this one. I don't know if I talked to you about PlayStation technology, but for the PS5, it's gonna have a new, you know, like FSR, DLSS, the resolution scaling stuff? PlayStation's is called PSSR.
What's
Pisser.
that stand for? Pisser. Oh. It's Pisser. All right.
Right? PSSR?
Yeah.
Yeah. PlayStation Pisser
I just think
technology.
that's so funny. When you said ED Gears of War, I thought emergency.
Think about it though, right? Gears ED. I guess Marcus and Dom had some issues back in their youth, and they had to work that out.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, man.
Yeah, it can happen to anyone. But
Where's
not
the ammo
Space
box?
Marines! Bah, 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 bah.
Well, what I do like is, I didn't realize it, but even just with Titus talking about how, like, oh, I've done this for, like, the last, like, 100 years. It's like, oh, well, you know, even if you're just a heartless killing machine, you know, at least you have to live a long time.
That's true. I thought he was like hundreds of years old.
I think he is hundreds. He was literally talking about one, like, tour of service or something with, like, a group that he, like, served 100 years with or something.
Yeah. I think he kind of hides it, though, from the side characters, I believe, from a narrative standpoint. And it's like, yeah, it's a big thing, but I think he's like hundreds of years old. Never underestimate the power of pisser technology. Have I played Leader Suit Lari? I've played one of those before. I don't remember which one or when.
Let us make haste.
Let us make haste. Also, it's kind of funny that this game has... I theorized that this game was supposed to be on last-gen consoles, but they maybe couldn't work or make it work or didn't have time. Because you notice this game has like an excessive amount of... not really loading screens, but like hidden loading screens where you gotta like go into a room, go down an elevator, open a door, move an object. Those are like last-gen loading screen segments, so...
I never realized that till you pointed that out, though, and it made a lot of sense after you did, though.
Right? Like those games where you like wiggle down like tight spaces. That's loading.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Or like you're going into the next room, and it's just a weird sequence where you're opening the door, like lifting up a tree and crawling under it.
The Avengers are calling. You need to assemble.
Oh, jeez, I'm just murdering. Sorry.
He's a savage Space Marine. That game isn't filthy. Gears of War? The filthiest game I know. Blood everywhere. I mean, Thomas, you do know that Marcus and Anya, they have like a kid, right? Like, you know, stuff happens.
Good for Phoenix. All right.
Good for Phoenix. Which I don't really understand, because from what I understood, to like serve in their military, I think you were supposed to be sterilized, right?
Is that a part of the Gears? I didn't know that.
I thought that was like for the I thought she was like I remember that being a thing I had read or something like that. It probably wasn't canon. Probably was like a book thing or something.
Oh, I think it was like Dawn's girlfriend, though, right? That
His
I was
wife,
supposed to feel bad
Kevin.
for. His wife. That's it. I didn't feel attached. I don't know why.
You didn't feel attached, man. I have her picture, him and Dominic.
It's a computer screen, you know. Like, I like
No, I have the real photo. If you bought the limited edition of Gears 2, it comes with a photo of Dom and Maria. So I have that photo. I feel like I'm a part of the family because they shared that intimate moment with me through a photo. And I sit down sometimes and I go, look at this photograph. Oh, hey, let's go line the ray. This is a bit of a bitch and a half to do, but let's do it. For the Emperor!
My lord, this elevator will take you up to the controls.
You're damn right it will.
Emperor protects you.
Emperor protects you. Emperor protect. These likes on the stream. Subscribing is great donation school.
That's awesome.
Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, and that Amazon store affiliate link too. Let's do this. We have fun here. And apparently we love Nickelback, I guess.
Just very referenceable.
Yeah. Go quickly spin one of those wheels before the enemies come, Kevin. Quickly, quickly, quickly.
Okay.
You know, this wheel is how you remind me of who I really am.
After this wheel, we have to look for the next contestant. Anyways.
What's that? Did you want to be a rock star?
Sorry.
These
I
fucking
actually worked
balls.
with a guy
Who quoted Nickelback all the time?
that. No, he was an older guy. Came from Hannah, Alberta.
Hannah?
And,
Wow.
Yeah. And he went to school with Chad. Yeah. And like, yeah, it was interesting. And when he finally brought it up the one time, it was one of his guys that was on the truck with him, and he was like, we're all standing around, you know, like all the blue collar guys messing around, and he's, but he brought up like, tell them, and he was like, oh, okay, and I was like, what? And then like, oh yeah, I like the lead singer Nickelback, like I went to school with him or whatever. And we were like, wow, why didn't you ever tell us? And he was like, because it doesn't sound believable. And that instantly made me, like, you know, it made it more believable. Because, yeah, like, I get it. Like, why would you run around talking about it? It'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
Like, I feel like that doesn't come up in conversations very often in the modern era, because I don't know how relevant they are now.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the 2000s...
More so 15. Yeah, you know.
Oh, jeez. What the hell is that?
Yeah, those things get me all the time.
Explosive
But
things.
it was funny because he talked about how they'd hang out, and his mom didn't want him hanging out with him because she said he was a bad influence. And he said that he was really cool on his own, but like when you get around a group, he'd kind of steal the show or something like that. And that's when he mentioned that, yeah, his mom didn't want him hanging out with him because, yeah, she thought he was a bad influence.
That's funny.
My one buddy that I was working with was like, well, could you imagine where you'd be if you did? And we just started laughing, like, yeah, man, she really messed you over, you know?
Well, I mean, not necessarily that he had musical talents, unless he was your buddy's, you know, musician or anything, right?
I don't know. Still a party or two you'd be invited to, you know, like...
Yeah, you'd be in with the circle. The Minecraft movie. You mean Green Screen, the movie?
Green Screen, the movie. Sorry.
Did you see that trailer?
No.
It looks like a nightmare film. Oh, it's a crashing.
That sucks. Are we gonna have to restart the whole mission?
Nah, I'll probably have to redo all the fucking circle things. This is how you remind me of how this game crashes. No, but the Minecraft movie, it's like, it's just green. Like, it's the most, like, green screened movie I've ever seen in my entire life. And I was just like, ugh. And then Jack Black is just like a cringy Steven. And I'm just like, I don't know about this. Some people...
How is it? Is it like live action or is it like the blocks?
It's the people are live action, but like the world is just like this nightmare fueled green screen world.
Huh.
Like it genuinely looks terrifying. Think of it like Jumanji, but like the whole world is CGI, but it's like very obviously they're in a green screen.
Yeah, it sounds weird. I'm just trying to picture it because it was like if I don't know, like what
allegedly,
I was originally picturing.
Jack Black is just singing like the whole movie. He does all these singing montage moments.
Really?
And it sounds like it's just like it looks like nightmare fuel is what it is.
It's the biggest hit of the year.
Yeah.
That many kids buy tickets to it.
Well, they're saying it has like $1 billion movie potential, that film, if they do it right. Because you know, like, Minecraft is the biggest game of all time, right, for sales? And
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's impressive. Wasn't it GTA? Like, way in the lead beforehand.
Yeah. GTA 5. I think last I checked, Minecraft had 100 million more sales.
That's really impressive.
I think it's like 350 million or something like that.
Because I always like that point with gaming, especially growing up, before, like, when we were growing up, generally everyone in our age group played games, but, like, not all the older people did, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
if
it's
you were to
definitely more
reference-
generational now. Did you get that e-bike?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm joining right now. But, like, I always love that point that, like, if you weren't sure what anyone played, you could almost always mention GTA.
Really? Because mine was always COD.
COD was a big one.
COD is the party game. So,
probably gonna have to go
the
for
gap is Minecraft has 350 million sales, GTA 5 has 200. Those are the first and second best-selling games of all time. If you think about it, gaming really doesn't sell that many copies. Like, relative to, like...
No, well, yeah,
people.
if you were to look at it, like 250 million copies sold. What? Oh, you crashed again?
I told
funny.
you, it's got really bad crashing.
That's so weird. I never had those issues.
Well, when you're on the Series X, you know.
I guess.
I heard it runs better on the PlayStation because Xbox gave up on their console. Is this game crossplay? It is, between consoles only. But it's not up yet, crossplay. Yeah, okay, so here we go. You want to know how many... Take a guess at how much the third best-selling game of all time has for sales.
Okay, so what? 250's second?
350 is Minecraft, GTA is 200.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'll go 75 million.
That's fourth for PUBG. It's actually 83 for Wii Sports.
Oh, really? Okay.
You were dead on, 75 million copies of PUBG. Isn't that crazy that
That's
PUBG is the fourth best-selling game of all time?
That is crazy.
Like, that's weird, dude.
It is a big game. There's that Alive movie, really good movie, made I think in Korea or whatever. But like when he's hanging out before the zombie apocalypse starts, he's playing PUBG. So I like that even in like, you know, our friends to the east.
Yeah, big
It's a
rel- Well, it's
referenceable game.
huge in like
Yeah.
India, right? As like a mobile game. India and China is really, really big. And I love how Rockstar considers Red Dead a huge failure, but it's like sold 65 million copies.
Yeah, and it's referenceable as like crazy referenceable.
Yeah, but like it's not big enough to like you know, keep them like supporting the multiplayer. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No PC crossplay with this game because it's like the competitive multiplayer. It's not it wouldn't be equal, right? I guess they say. I don't know. Gets rid of the cheaters.
But that is, I always love that point though. Like even when you're looking at the sales for 350 million people with what 8 billion on the planet, let's just cut it in half and say half of them is too young or too old to play it. But it would suggest that almost hardly anyone plays Minecraft.
Hardly anyone. From a global standpoint,
even though it's
yep.
huge. Yeah, from a global standpoint, you know what I mean. And we're talking about the most bought game ever.
Ever.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But then I think other factors too of like how many people who sadly may not have access or time to play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing too though for Minecraft is it's available virtually everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, it's like iOS, Android, it's on like it's as available as the game can really get, right?
And I think how many gamers play other games and just never played Minecraft. I wonder what percentage that is. How many people who game have never played Minecraft?
I have like they used to like Microsoft. They used to do like twice a year. They used to send out reports of like how successful Minecraft was. They stopped doing that like 3 years ago, but they used to do like bi-yearly. It would be like, here's how Minecraft stats are improving, blah blah blah, average age, everything like that. But they stopped doing that. But I might actually have that number, but not from from a few years ago. But I'd have to.
I just wonder,
I'd have to find
like
it.
that's huge. but there's got to be like hundreds of millions. Because what was it? The one stat I was seeing before was they were estimating like 2 billion people play video games. Or whether
Yeah,
it's
it's
mobile or,
growing,
you know.
but like you got to remember
Yeah.
that number is very largely mobile, or like, you know, people playing
Yeah.
Candy Crush and stuff like that. I think the cool thing though is like as, you know, gaming becomes more and more commonplace, that number of people that can play games and buy games is only going to exponentially grow.
Yeah.
But like these games are not as accessible because they're not, you know, just something you like pick up off your phone. The other issue as well is the younger generation, they don't like playing consoles games and stuff. Some play PC, but most of them are on the phones. And it's like, how do you get these games to those people? That's a big question.
Oh, I wonder how many of like the younger kids will eventually play on console or PC.
PC is where they go.
Yeah.
Consoles they don't go to. Statistically, they do not like consoles, the younger gen. Which
Wait,
it makes sense.
The younger age group?
Sorry, what?
The younger age group doesn't like console or like PC more?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Well,
So
look
it's
at it
our
from this.
age group
Like,
that
you can
likes
pay
console.
80, 90 bucks to play Call of Duty every year. Or you can
Yeah.
play Call of Duty Warzone, which has the same maps as Modern Warfare 3.2 for free on your phone. You can even plug in a Bluetooth controller, Kevin.
I'm not big on the phone. It just always seems so low in quality in comparison.
Oh no, it's the same game now.
It's the exact same game?
Yeah, it's the exact same. Maybe I'll send you my video later on it, but like my phone plays Modern Warfare 3.2, the exact same maps, the exact same like visuals. I mean, obviously the resolution's lower, but like, yeah, it's the same experience. I even plug in the Xbox controller. It's the same thing. We need to get that antenna.
Because if that's the case, then yeah, it's just when I always think of like mobile games and that, I think of like, you know,
Crappy stuff. It's
Angry
changed.
Birds. Yeah, really crappy stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. Because I was sitting there when I played the Warzone COD, which came out a few months ago. I think it came out this summer. And I was sitting there being like, why am I paying 90 bucks a year to play that?
That's funny.
Okay, we gotta prioritize these flying guys because they will just like screw us over.
So as they get older though, do the phone players tend to go to PC at some point, or no, or are they just staying on mobile?
The stats say they tend to be going to PC, but the younger people we don't fully know yet because they're not.
Yeah, they're not old enough.
Yeah. Oh crap! I'm coming to save you, Charon.
I am with you. You
Like,
That's
low health.
interesting.
I
One
need
thing
ammo.
I think of the stats too, though, like when I mentioned like people too old or like too young, like I think of like people like way too old. But then I do think of like the older generation. Like I find when you get to like the 40, 50-year-olds, there's a portion of people who play like my old man, your old man, so forth. But like I know a lot of 50-year-olds that like hardly play or whatever, and I do wonder how much those numbers will go up, because there is a huge population right now that is like,
Well, we get older every day, Kevin.
yeah,
You and I.
we do ourselves. I just think of that one thing with Canada where they were talking about like just natural born Canadians, that 25% they estimate is over the age of 50.
It's a
Yeah.
problem. It's almost like they've made it too expensive for younger people to have kids or something.
I guess.
It's almost like they fucking destroyed our population or something like that. Shocker.
Sorry, I hear what you're saying. But I just yeah, for gaming, I wonder. I assume that number will keep going up and up and up for people who play, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be more common. What was it? And COVID accelerated gaming population too. I think we're supposed to hit 6 billion in the next 2 decades. Something. That play games actively.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have
This
to look
is
at the
awesome.
numbers. It's supposed to grow exponentially though. Did I see that pink sheep? Yeah, well, I think was it the pink sheep? No, the pink sheep or the alpaca was like straight up nightmare fuel. It looked like something from a horror film for Minecraft. For the Emperor!
Got him.
We did it, guys. We clutched. COD on phone feels so much too easy. But like it's the fact that like on phone you can literally play like the full multiplayer experience and it doesn't cost you anything. And the other thing too is like a lot of the kids they like Fortnite. How do you get someone that grew up kind of sitting there being like, every single game I play is free, to start buying $90 games? How do you do that? You can't, right?
That is a huge difference I think about, because like, yeah, when I complain from like a $90 game, it's just that games, you know, used to be like 40-50 bucks. But yeah, if I was only ever used to playing free games, I got me really curious about the mobile game, because I wouldn't care. My whole issue whenever I hear, especially when you bring up in the past, like, oh, mobile games, the future, yada yada this, yada yada that. I think like just the cheapest quality games, or something that you would play while waiting at the office. You know, like you'd log on to Clash Clans every now and then just for something.
Like you do know that the new iPhones play like Assassin's Creed Mirage and like Resident Evil 4, right?
See, and like I didn't know that. And if it honestly, if it was to, yeah, I didn't know that at all. And if I can honestly just play the new Assassin's Creed on my phone, no problem. Well, then honestly, I have no hate on mobile games, because to me, it's just another platform of playing high quality games. I don't hate the platform; I hate the quality.
Yeah, so like it's changed now. Like it's definitely changed. You get full games on there. A phone is too small. They're pretty large screens considering. Yeah.
I would still always be an elitist though, and say that there's no experience like PC gaming if you get the whole thing going.
Well, there is something
Plus,
magical
your phone
about
can't have RGB lights, you know.
Yeah,
like,
like
come on.
RGB lighting.
You're
You're not a real gamer unless you got the RGB going on, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, there's something nice about like popping up a game on like a nice, crisp, high frame rate screen and just, well, frick, even the phones play at 120 hertz now. But yeah.
You hook your phone up to your TV?
You can, yeah. I do.
Well, then, yeah, there's no difference then at that point. Just put it on your controller or your phone and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. That's the idea. But like, yeah, it is funny though, like all the game devs and publishers in seeking larger audiences for their games have trained the next generation to not want to actually pay money for games. It's kind of funny. Same with like the movie studios. They taught people that IP is more important than actors, and now they're like, there's no star power anymore. And it's like, well, yeah, you devalued your actors. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom while these cutscenes play. I'll be back in a sec.
Sure.
Get over here.
Captain, I have the Mechanicus on Vox.
They can wait. This is Nozick Beta 12.
Sure, if people want to see the cutscene or not.
He should have been aboard this ship an hour ago, but he refuses to leave Kadaku without some data from his lab. He's currently in this Imperial Guard base. His facility is here. The enemy is closing in. That base will be overrun imminently. Nozick is a high-value asset. Get that data and get him out.
The mining facility. If we rupture the staging tanks, direct the flow into the valley, we can ignite the fields around the base.
Boil them in promethium. I'll give you command of a small team to hit the staging tanks. 3 men. That's all I can spare. Brief them immediately.
Yes, Captain.
Retrieve Mechanicus data. We are Astartes.
Titus Delirio, make ready to depart.
Standing by.
I heard the Emperor needed
I figured
me.
people. Yes. I figured people wanted to see the cutscene.
Yeah.
Well, well.
You talk over and add fun commentary.
Told you have need of us, brother.
I just don't care about the cutscenes because I've already, like, you know,
Mechanicus research facility in sector 41.
saw them all yesterday.
A large enemy swarm threatens to overrun both that facility and an Imperial Guard base.
Okay, so this is when you start unlocking the operations, which is like the secondary kind of mode stuff, but we won't do those. We'll focus on story today.
This is actually where I got up to myself, so everything from this point's new. For
Good
me.
for you, Kevin.
Mago Scalio wishes to see you in the armory.
Noted.
There's nothing like playing a game and then replaying it the next day. I think this is a second
Yeah.
cutscene, isn't this? When I get like my No, no, this isn't that part. Never mind. There's a later
Yeah,
part
just
where you
talk
like,
to dude, yeah.
yeah.
You requested my presence.
How are you acclimating to your new status?
I have no complaints.
Intriguing.
I have a complaint about getting you guys to like the stream.
I have pressing duties, neighbors.
Very well. Engage the armory.
Ugh.
I will see that you are suitably equipped for your mission.
See, this is when you start to learn that you have the ability to pick guns.
Indicate your desired war gear, and the armoring station will handle the outfitting procedure. The
Yeah,
march has
blah, blah,
changed
blah, blah, blah,
since we
blah.
last met. All this will remain familiar to you. The Omnisire blessed us with clear-sightedness from the beginning. We offer blessings to this machine.
Blessings to this machine. Oh yeah, because they're the Mechanicus group, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like
Kevin's out
what?
of it,
Like the
guys.
guy's working.
Yeah, they're
on,
the... What is their faction called? The Mac Cat. Ugh. We're giving her a biscuit.
My thanks, Magos.
The little bunny. So you don't give them, like... What do they give guinea pigs? Like, pea snacks. The guinea pigs love those. Yeah.
Well, I don't get to pick the one with the grenade launcher attached.
Yeah, you gotta, like, earn and unlock everything. Well, not earn, you just play through it and eventually you get stuff. Which I would have had if we would have have access to my regular account.
Not a lot of options. Alright, at the start.
Yeah. You mostly pick up guns while you're playing anyways. You go through ammo and stuff like
Yeah.
crazy in this game. It's like World War Z, they constantly want you swapping up your guns and stuff.
I will reflect on your words, Chaplain. But for now, duty calls.
The Call of Duty? When did Microsoft buy Warhammer? They bought them too, Kevin? Wouldn't it be easier if just one corporation owned everything? Then everything could cross over, right? Isn't that
The
the dream?
metaverse.
The prologue was done in the first half hour. We just finished the first mission, I think that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first mission. It was a lengthy campaign, guys. Like, it was actually a lot here. The best class in this game? I think I play the Tactician, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, tactical. That's what I've picked every single time.
Yeah, that's the one I do, I guess.
Is it a long campaign?
It's decently long. We definitely don't have time to do it tonight because I still got to get some other stuff reviewed after. But yeah, there's a few planets. Every mission's like an hour and a bit. It's probably at least several hours long.
Okay.
I would figure, yeah. Which, if we were on a regular night, I would say Kevin and I would like whip through this. But like it's pretty crunchy right now, crunch time.
Yeah.
Archmagos, for the last time, we must get you off-world.
I love this woman. She's just like so tired of everyone. Like she seems really competent, and everyone around her is just like useless and such an ass to deal with.
Magos, it is imperative you evacuate immediately.
Will not leave without the data. Relocate to my facility. I will instruct Avarax.
Make ready to leave.
God, their armor is so cool.
Major, I have a second unit working on a theoretical that should buy you some time.
My lord, I've lost 3 squads trying to reach that lab. We think something's out there.
Oh no, a creature from the deep.
The Emperor protects.
It's like I have a long earring, but it's a wire. Oh yeah, because it's pretty frayed looking now too, this thing, isn't it? I gotta replace this. I have a few of them sitting here. I got these as like a gift thing when I did CS back in the day. But yeah, it's pretty frayed looking. It looks like some kind of weird like hair thing that like dangles down from my side. Yeah.
When we have an update.
You're right, that's funny, Thomas. I gotta replace it so it looks more professional when we do these. I couldn't figure it out last time, but I should really try to see if I can get my AirPods working with my PC again. Like, they should work through the Bluetooth, but nah, they don't seem to really connect properly for some reason with my PC. But yeah, I should really get that going, because then I could just listen to the AirPods, and it's like a better quality. I still technically haven't fixed my webcam, so there's just a growing list of things I need to do. Yeah. I also went and got my passport photos, but I haven't had time to go and get the passport thing done yet. Ugh.
How close are you to the Prometheum facility?
Stupid.
Did you make yourself look all super nice for the photo?
No. Nobody sees that.
No?
Nobody sees your passport photos. It's the freaking Americans pushing for us to have to, like, renew our passports. You know, you never used to have to renew passports. Now you can do it every 10 years. It sucks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it used to not be a thing. I think I got literally one of the first batches of passports where it has to be renewed in 10 years or something. But anyways, doesn't matter. Some other one, like, ran out. And now that I'm, like, seemingly traveling a bit, I'm like, I should probably have my passport sitting there just in case something pops up that's cool that I can do, right? Because you never know when it pops up. But it's not too expensive to have just in case, because you never know when a travel op's gonna, like, appear or something like that. You're just seeing it now. Yeah, well, it's just because the cord has, like, gotten frayed because I've been using it for years, but that's how I hear Kevin during these streams. I'll have to try to remember to replace it, because, yeah, it just started, like, kind of breaking apart. But I sort of like this one. I think I have other ones that are just different colors. Like, as I said, it's, what is this, actually? I think this is... What makes this? Oh, yeah, it's TCL. They were doing these wired headsets, and they just handed out, like, a box of them at CES, and I, you know, just took a bunch of them. They're really affordable, kind of nice little things, and got a whole bunch of colors for them. It's kind of cool. See, tech events like CES, man, oh, they hand out, like, the best goodie bag things. It's freaking awesome. I love CES. I'm getting dreadlocks. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Uh-huh.
That would be hip and relevant.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep with it.
That opening offers a shortcut. Then we shall take it.
Then we shall take it. Is there an ammo box?
A couple over here.
Little ammo things. But no ammo box, eh? Where are we supposed to be? I think there's like a thing we have to click to open an area.
Yeah, dude was saying we can pass through here or whatever.
Here?
Oh.
No, there's a thing. There should be like a flower thing that we punch, and then we like go into the next area.
Okay.
Oh, this way, right here. Duh, I'm dumbass. We totally missed this thing where it comes down here. Yeah, this is it. Or did we come in this way? Did we come in? No, this is it. Okay.
No, alright.
Yeah, this is the way. Sorry, I totally missed where that part of the level shifted. It's really blurry, because again, it's like 1080p for me, and it's super fucking blurry, and it's like dynamic as well. When am I heading down to going? Is the carving board even open still, Mark? I was actually wondering that. I love the carving board. I talk about it all the time on stream. Yeah. I don't specifically have a need to go to LA again. I think I might do the Olympics, maybe.
Oh, you go cool. Check it out. That would be fun. Good cheer for Canada.
Yeah, right? I was kind of talking about it with, like, my mother there. I was like, yeah, because we've watched the Olympics since 2000? I think it was Australia, right? That did the Singapore thing. Because we've been watching the Olympics together, like we, you know, kind of go and watch them in various ways over the years, over the decades. But I was like, we should just go. I mean, like, when else are the Olympics ever going to be like that
close to home? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're not going to get it.
And I mean, if we did get it, we would get winter, right? So it's. Yeah, like, when is the Summer Olympics ever going to pop up again? And I was just like, it'd be cool just to go and watch, like, the swimming or maybe some of the other sports and stuff. And I was like, we should go do that. I mean, we're both pretty well off at this point. The sister says she has no interest at all, but I was like, we have the money to do it. I was like, it'd be cool, right? Anyways. So I thought that would be cool. But otherwise, I don't really have a point of going to LA again. not really huge on visiting their mark because I've, you know, seen it 5 or 6 times, just like 5 times, 5 E3s, and then I did Disneyland at one point too. But like, yeah, same with man, I fucking hate going to Toronto. It's if I have to go to Toronto again soon, it'll have been too soon. God.
What'd you think of Disneyland though?
Disneyland. I went when I was a kid, and Pirates was closed for renovation, and the Finding Nemo thing was closed for renovation. I was pissed. Or, well, it was closed because they were making the Nemo place, so, like, and Star Wars Land didn't exist or anything, but, yeah. Well, that was funny, too.
One buddy who lives in California. He goes there all the time.
Well, I mean, if you live there, you would, right?
Yeah.
Unless it was boring to you, because you've been there too often. But they had new enough stuff that I think that would catch your interest, because I think Mark says he's had access to, he has a special pass or something, from what I recall. But, like, I had planned for E3 2020, which didn't happen because of COVID. No, E3 2019? No, E3 2020 because of COVID, right, didn't happen. I was going to book, like, an extra day to go do Star Wars. And I was like, son of a... You know what I mean? But, yeah.
Yeah.
Pandemic. I mean, who saw that coming?
Thing?
What?
E3 still a big thing, or...?
It's dead.
It's dead, okay, I thought so.
Yeah, it never bounced back. Which makes sense. It was dying even before COVID. Am I doing CS next year? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I should probably do a CS again, but I'm, you know, new phone, PS5 Pro, house. That's what I'm doing. I'm not taking side trips for a while. But I'd like to do CS again. It's fun. It is actually fun. You'd like to go to the US? I think you should
say no to the house and just get a Porsche. Sorry.
Get a Porsche.
Yeah.
Stingray, Kevin.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I like the vet. I'm a vet man myself. What can I say? But, like, you know, if you buy a vet, you have to pre-order it if you want a new one, and you have to wait 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, there's a wait list.
Huh.
Because they're, like, sought
It's
after
funny,
vehicles.
some of the rules and stuff like that. I love the Lambo thing. That, like, you can't do any modifications to one. If you were to sell it to your friend, they, like, they'd look into their history and give you the okay if you're going to sell it or not.
Yeah, because you kind of own it, but you don't really own it.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like a long-term rental. Which is kind of funny, but, like, yeah, the vet would be like my... I have a ridiculous amount of money and I'm semi-successful, and I'd be like... That's when I know I'm living too comfy, is when I buy a vet. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever get to that sort of level at all, but, like, that would be, like, kind of... There will be signs if I become really successful, guys, and one of them is me driving a vet around. Because it's just silly, because I'd rather, like, okay, like, I'd rather have a functional car, and I'd rather have, like, you know, get a wife at some point. I'd rather have, like, a functional car for her as well, and it's just, like, when is it in the budget to buy, like, a luxury sports car like that? You know, because they're, like, I think they're, like, 130 or something like that for, like, a good model with, like, you know, some nice features and stuff. And the pre-order list, too, Kevin. They keep that vet money sitting there for, like, 3 years. Long ass pre-order. You know, when you're a man, you don't pre-order video games. You pre-order cars.
Pre-order cars. Yeah.
You wouldn't pre-order a car. Remember those commercials? You wouldn't download a car.
Download a hockey team.
Fuck. Marvel vs. Cap. Yeah, I heard we're getting those on Xbox. That's good. Just buy my neighbor's house. Crazy, folks. Breakdancing? I'm actually kind of glad breakdancing isn't at the next Olympics, because I think that shouldn't be an Olympic sport, but, you know. At the same time, we did win gold, and it counts, so suck it, Canada's the best at breakdancing. Is what it is, yo. I don't even think it should be really like an Olympic sport, but we still win gold in it. We take what we could get.
A lot of the Olympics, we were talking about it before, but I do think it's funny that there's so many sports, like table tennis, like really.
Hey.
You know, you can get the best of the best at it.
For fuck's sakes, Kevin, how many times we gotta go over this? How many sports games has Rockstar made?
I don't know.
One,
A
Kevin.
couple.
The creators
Only
of Grand
sports
Theft
game,
Auto and Red Dead Redemption and Bully and Manhunt. They made one sports title. The most official sport there is. You know what this title was called, Kevin?
Wait, it was table tennis?
Rockstar Table Tennis.
It's kind of funny.
I feel like we had this covered. Do you not remember this?
Not really, no.
Okay, so you know Red Dead Redemption 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that only exists because of the technology they developed for Rockstar Table Tennis on the 360.
Really? And that led to the other one.
Yeah. Rockstar
Smack
Table
there.
Tennis. These lictors are fucking annoying. Make sure you shoot it as much as you can when you can see it, because these things are like freaking like predators. Okay, I'm gold right now. On your screen, am I gold or no?
Yes, you're gold.
Okay, I was wondering how that worked. All
I
right.
was actually wondering, do you have the helmets on for your viewing?
No, I take them off.
Oh, really? Okay, I do have the helmets on. It's just your helmet on, so.
He's stuck. Oh, never mind. He's not stuck.
Oh, I'm getting jumped again.
He was stuck there for a second until I got Kevin. He was stuck on you.
Just let him chew on me while you shoot him.
Well, I was laughing because he was like stuck in the wall, it looked like, but no, I guess he was just making his move. I feel like the character needs more face time, so I let him do that. But I'm like, from an authenticity standpoint, it's like helmets on, right?
This guy really wants me. Alright.
But yeah, they made Rockstar Table Tennis, and it's actually like a really good game. Super
Oh my
authentic.
god, there's two other Space Marines that chewing on me.
He really likes you for some reason.
Yeah, man.
They made Bully, that was a sport? That's funny, Barry. Is there any events I'm going to this year? Well, I just got back from Toronto. Well, I did the Star Wars Outlaws event. And I've got a Montreal trip this month, which is a... let's call it a vacation. Do a Rockstar Table Tennis stream? You wish. Sarcastic about breakdancing? I don't know. That one seems silly to me. I actually got down. I think the U.S., the Americans, they're introducing what, flag football into the next one. A little like. Personally,
I don't know, a lot of them are really silly, but I always like the idea that when I was a kid, you know, you'd have the arrogant, oh, this isn't a sport, that's not a sport, and it's like, I don't know, anything that you can take really competitive, I guess, should classify as a sport. So I don't know, competitive breakdancing, sure.
I don't know, man. I think if there's a type of dancing that should be in the Olympics, it should be ballroom.
Ballroom, that's funny.
It
just like,
mirrors
what, we're
figure
gonna-
skating. It has legacy. It has global like rules and competition set up. If there's a type of dance that should be, you know, considering it's regulated that enters the Olympics, it should be ballroom.
Because, like, when I think of the Olympics, and I don't know if this would be the original idea of it, but I think of, like,
This guy's a
the
tough
purest,
son
I don't know, like, trying to show who could do the best of what. Like, swimming, specifically swimming, I think, makes sense. Because it would be like the old, oh, ha, 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 out of the strongest swimmers, it was Norway all along, or something like that, or running and jumping.
I feel like there's
I
almost
don't
like
know.
too many disciplines of swimming though. Like you can earn way too many swimming medals. Okay, here we go. I got
Well,
this
that's
guy.
the funny thing of
You're
like
welcome, Kevin.
when they were talking. Oh, who was it? The one guy that was going off, and he had the most medal count. And it was like, well, it was all kind of doing the same thing. Like you were the most dominant swimmer, so you dominated at this distance, at that.
That would be
distance.
Phelps, but it's like there's no other like disciplines like for other sports that exist where you can even earn that many like
Yeah.
medals. Like I love it. I watch the swimming. We've got that one Canadian swimmer lady. She's great, and she was just racking up medals. But I was sitting there being like, you can't do that in like any other discipline. Like, I guess running kind of comes close-ish, but, you know, skateboarding is fine. It just feels a little late for them to do skateboarding, but yeah, it's neat. Like, skateboarding is like all kids that are doing it, like children, literal children.
Yeah.
It's quite fun to watch.
It's funny, like the idea of making fun of breakdancing, but what's it, the synchronized diving?
Well, the
Like,
thing is,
I'm
there's
sorry,
big
that's so
arguments
lame.
in like Olympic stuff of whether or not there should be, because those ones are like subjective, right? And that's the question. It's like, because the Olympics are supposed to be the best at doing things, but those ones are kind of like, how many points do you get? And it's sort of like judgment-based sports. People don't necessarily like being part of the Olympics. But then you get rid of a lot of things like gymnastics, and you get rid of like, you know, the swimming competitions like that with synchronized, and then sort of dancing thing, and yeah, blah, blah, blah.
No, but that is a fair point. Like a race, like whether you're doing like a bicycle race, there is a clear-cut winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, for like subjective, like gymnastics, where there was one jump I saw. It's supposed to be like one of the greatest all time with this one gal, and she absolutely kills it. Where like you go off that one thing, what's it called, the horse or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
But like
The
she jumped off the thing. Yeah, it did like 4 or 5 flips in the air, just absolutely brilliant, and lands it perfectly too. And they gave her a 9.7. And there was even the commenters were like, well, what 0.3 did she mess up on that? Like, that was like one of the greatest jumps ever. You know, yeah, like, I don't know.
Just like the perfection that you feel when you like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, and the episodes perfectly link if you're into that. Did he peak in their 20s because injuries? Yeah, I feel like skateboarding would be pretty brutal on your body. It's never in the budget to calculate. What's that one for? Housing. Yes, housing is a joke in Canada land. It's ridiculous. I fight the YouTube algorithm every day and the housing market. I'm good to go. I just have to pick a house I like. I just haven't found one yet. I'm doing open houses on weekends now, but yeah, I just have to find one.
That would be tough. There are nice neighborhoods, but like, I don't know. I'd hate to commit to one and then there's another neighborhood you go to and it's like nicer.
Well, my thing is, and like I talked to my mama a lot about this, and she's like, you'll tell when you get in and you're like, this is the one. But you don't say that because you don't want them to know that you want the house.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, it's 50,000 more.
Yeah, out of nowhere, it's 50. Yeah, but like you don't, you know what I mean? Like I think I haven't felt that yet going into a house where I'm like, that is. There was one I wanted in the one neighborhood that I was talking about this earlier on the stream, that my realtor didn't put like a good effort in on like getting me in to like see it and stuff like that. Which I think would have been really good because it was like 6 beds, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet. And it sold for only $560, I think. And I was like, fuck. I was like, seriously. Okay, so do you want to do the flamethrower or?
I could. I just don't want to get rid of my grenade launcher. I love this thing.
Fuck it. I'll do flamethrower. Right. It's gonna get really dark, guys. Just a warning. Like it's gonna get dark. Your algorithm is full of nature photos and Xbox reviews. You're not seeing the PlayStation reviews? Those are the big ones. But I was just like, it was very realistically a house, but I guess I didn't get to see and stuff, but it was one I could have actually grabbed. But yeah, I've been in quite a few. And I say that as quite with a few times because quite a few houses. But I haven't come across one where I'm like, this is like what I want yet. There's a few, because you know, you got to go in there, and I think a big part of house buying personally is kind of like, not that I'm experienced at all, but like I feel like you go in there and you kind of have to have like a bit of a vision for like, okay, you know, this isn't in the best of shape, I can do this to this space and make this, you know, this, or yeah.
Oh, that would be a huge part, like the actual quality of the house. Even if you just had a bad feeling about it, I wouldn't want to do that, because like the amount of effort you're gonna have to put in later.
That's the thing too. I see a lot of houses where it's like kind of an okay deal, but then you're like, man, the amount of like money and time I'd have to put in this. Okay, now we gotta run back, and we gotta go and press the power bar over here. It's like I'm playing a Plague Tale. Which are both Focus Home published games, so I wonder if they shared rat tech. But that would have been a Sobo doing it. I can't ignore the fire thing. You gotta watch out from the... Actually, you know, those kind of look like Plague Tale rat combos. I wonder if they share the technology between studios. And they're both published by Focus Home. I'd have to look at what engine this is on. And then see what engine that one was on too, and kind of see... Ow, I'm getting stabbed. Kevin, I burned the rats, you have to kill the guys.
And these rats will kill us?
Yeah!
Okay, because they seem to want to leave me alone.
Yeah, because I'm burning them. Go stand in the middle of the rat field, Kevin. We'll see how long you last against the rats. Woo. Okay, I think it's... do we get to open the door now? Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, but the rats will eat you. Yeah, they do move and swarm like a Plague Tale. I wonder if it's like shared technology or something like that. Hmm. A must-have when buying a house? I think at least 3 beds, at least 2 baths, and a yard.
2 baths, honestly.
At least
like,
2
the yard
baths.
is like a big thing, but I would even dip out on a bath. If there was only one house in the whole world with 2 bathrooms with no yard, I would skip out on the yard.
Yeah. Gotta have multiple bathrooms.
Yeah.
Many houses here only have 1 bath, and it's insanity.
We have 1, and it's like the worst thing ever.
It sucks. Absolute, just awful. So I will never live in that kind of situation.
Yeah.
So not really like super picky, but then I want to live in like certain sections of the city. So like basically more than like half the city I've kind of like written off as places I don't want to be.
You don't get a kick out of this. I love this story. I have to tell this story. So my one buddy who comes from the States, he is well-to-do. Like his whole family line's very well-to-do, all that. There was one thing where we were playing the new maps that came out for Ready or Not. Really cool maps, by the way. And there's the mansion. And we were doing the big squad of 4. Oh, wait, wow. Disconnect, that sucks.
It crashed.
I didn't realize it happened so much.
Where do you think the swear came from, Kevin?
I didn't even notice it. That's awesome. But sorry, like we're going through the big mansion, and my one buddy or whatever is making the arrest in the one spot, and he opens the door and he's like, "Holy!" The kid's bedroom has its own washroom attached to it.
Nice.
And my buddy from the States pipes up and is like, "Oh, that's actually really normal." And we just started roaring laughing. You know, I was like, what? You're going to tell me that the children's bedroom has its own bathroom attached to it? That, oh, yeah, that's normal. And like, as people were joining the party, I was having them like, oh, hey, how normal is this? And like, everyone's like, well, that's not normal at all. And like, yeah,
nah, dude.
I don't know. I had a big kick out of that.
The houses are also designed a lot differently now in the city. There are a lot more of your like lot is just your house, and then there's a lot more like square footage usually. We've kind of sacrificed because they're trying to pack us in like sardines on new houses, which I think is disgusting, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. But like we've kind of sacrificed like space for larger housing designs, like more square footage of actual house. Here you go, Kevin. I told you, man, it crashes. We haven't even gotten to the parts where it, like, really crashes. Really crashes. Shrek Swamp. You can... Can't you Airbnb at Shrek Swamp? I think that's, like, one of their, like, specialty locations.
Hilarious, dude. My girlfriend showed me you can Airbnb at the house they filmed Twilight, like Bella's house.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have it all done up like the set and all that. My girlfriend showed me that. I was just laughing, like, what a vacation spot.
But I mean, if you're really big on that, you know.
I don't know. It made me laugh.
I think it's more they do that Airbnb as like a bit of an advertising type thing. Because obviously we're talking about it, right? So their advertising's working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
You guys may not think that advertising works, but when you sit here and we're talking on stream and stuff, we're like perpetuating the advertising. Same with like, what is it? You'll see on Reddit occasionally back, like when I was using it more, but they'll be like, someone will post something and be like, oh, this is a terrible advertisement. But like they're making fun of it, but like,
yeah,
it's working because you're. Do you need a health kit?
Yes.
Over where I am.
Okay.
Yeah. But like you posting it on Reddit talking about it, or posting on Twitter and stuff talking about it, is like advertising working.
I do think it's funny with that though, because like we're talking about it with certain shows where like it's not necessarily good, so you'll get like publicity out even if it's negative for people to talk about. But then I think of like the She-Hulk thing, where even though it had all that publicity and everybody talking about it, I still don't know anybody who watched it. Like,
I still theorize for years Disney was creating divide on their stuff in order to drive conversation and get engagement, but I think it's recently started to not be successful. But I feel like for years it was actually like a successful thing for them to spark conversation online. Okay, so for this part we're gonna have to flick a bunch of switches in places.
okay.
No, it's not this way, is it? It's the other way. Oh, crap.
Well, they did jump on me. What do you know?
Yeah, they're dangerous rats, kid. They did the Home Alone house on Airbnb. I saw that too. You would have paid for that. See, like, yeah, so it would have been cool as like little tiny things. And it's great for marketing for Airbnb because they could be like, oh, you know, did you see you could stay at it? And you'd be casually being like, oh, did you know you could stay at the house from blah, 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 blah. But also like an actual destination type thing you could do. And some people are really into certain types of... At least I think we're supposed to do switches, or is that later? It might be later. Okay, you really gotta get these guys killed, Kevin.
I would love to.
So I can't burn these rats and kill other stuff when the rats are swarming. Oh god. Okay, we gotta kill the psychic fucker.
I asked you to take the flamethrower because I didn't want to give up my grenade launcher. And I'm just realizing now I don't even have that.
You don't even have the grenade, you son of a...
Nope.
You killed that goddamn flying guy? Is this where the switch is so we get out of here? Or is this where we started? Did we do a circle? Sky Captain 6. It's so fucking weird as playing as like a secondary account. Okay, we got out of here good. That was close. That was harrowing. Yeah, the Acolyte didn't benefit at all from it. But I think the conversation around the Acolyte actually wasn't as large as people think it is. Like, there was a lot of discussion about it, but there wasn't really much, because a lot of people I know didn't even know of it. Oh, fuck, I just wasted the stim. Damn it. Sucks to suck. I didn't like that stim.
Interesting for like the negative publicity thing, because I've never seen anything negative about something that I actually really wanted to see. There are things I've avoided because I heard it was so bad. Indiana Jones, love that series. I have still not seen the new movie because of all the negative word of mouth about it.
I would just like honestly end it by just like pretending that the Crystal Skull's the last one they did.
That's sad. But yeah, like there you go. Like for all the like, oh well, you're still talking about the new indie movie. It's like, okay, well, they didn't get a dime from me, other than I guess the Disney Plus subscription. But
yeah, how much is that worth to them, really, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah, and they valued their stuff because of their Disney Plus thing too, which is fascinating. And the fall of linear media, or whatever they call it. for TV, and it's kind of funny. But I think Star Wars, Disney did a really bad job, where I don't even think it's burnout. I just think it's like straight apathy. Like, people just don't care anymore. Which is funny too, because people will fight that. They'll be like, oh, you know, it's like, it's not Marvel fatigue, blah, blah, blah. But they're kind of really, the more and more they feed off of nostalgia instead of trying to regenerate hype and stuff, I think eventually that's going to just fall apart. And then specifically for like, oh god, we gotta get back to the fire thing. I think this has a grenade launcher here, Kevin. If you grab that gun, I just dropped it.
Oh, that is exactly it. Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy.
Well, yeah, it's to the point where like there's so much Star Wars stuff that just I'm not even excited for it because I'm just expecting it to be bad.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think it's really gotten to a point where people just literally like Star Wars. Like I literally just don't care about Star Wars anymore. Like, it's not that I'm, like, hating on anything specifically, but it's, like, Acolytes, and people be like, oh, blah, blah, this sucks, or, oh, it was really good, but I'm just, like, I do not care to even... Like, we talk about it because, you know, it's pop culture, and it's something we go over, but, like, I don't care to ever watch it.
I talk about it for my disappointment that I never watched it. I mentioned it the one time, but I was throwing out to the guys that it's, like, 13 guys in the core group. All Star Wars fans, you could probably quote any part of, like, you know, the first 6 movies, and they could tell you exactly what you're getting at, you know, and it's like no one watched The Acolyte except for a guy who, like, had a part in making it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's horrible, you know?
It's sad. And for how much they, like, paid to make that, it's just crazy.
Yeah. There's weird stuff, like you see the stuff the one actress was doing, or whatever. She had like a dance come out and that.
Kevin,
yeah,
you
like,
have to kill the big
stuff.
guys.
I'm working on it.
I cannot get the word, like, I can't keep the rats off of us if I'm getting killed by the fucking predator alien things. They really look like they're like alien hybrids, eh?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Disgusting stuff. Many original ideas? There is original ideas. People just don't go and watch that stuff. So it, like, you know, again, like, people hate on, like, things reusing stuff, but, like, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine made $1 billion. Now, I'm assuming most of you went and watched that instead of watching something new and original, right?
Is there even anything new and original in theaters?
Yeah, there's new movies all the time. People just don't go watch them. Ever heard of Cuckoo?
Cuckoo?
Yeah, it's like a horror thing with like people that are like bird type things or something like that. That's been in the theaters all summer or last month or so.
I'm not gonna lie, it just doesn't sound interesting whether it's new or old.
There's a horror thing about people that may or may not be bird type things. I'm just saying, like, there is original stuff. People just don't go and watch it or aren't interested in it. But then that's the whole other micro thing of the movie theater dying and blah blah blah, and I don't want to get all caught up into that kind of thing. I mean, the box office was down 10% this year, and it was only through the miracle of a couple lucky big billion-dollar movies that were tentpole.
I got destroyed. That sucks.
Kevin, you failed. The Lord of the Rings. Okay, that's the funny thing too. Okay, so there's... Did you know there's a second season of The Lord of the Rings out?
Yeah, Rings of Power, yeah.
The only reason I heard about that was someone making fun of it on Twitter. I was like, there's a new season?
Right?
I was like, since when? I was like, when the fuck did this happen? I didn't even hear that there's like an announcement of it being in development. I didn't see any trailers. The only way I heard of it was people making fun of it because I guess the orcs, like, have families? Or something?
Families, see, like, I don't know. There's so much that, like, I don't know.
We don't need to talk about it or go into it, because I literally don't care at all about it, which is hilarious, because Lord of the Rings is a classic, but...
I remember when Rings of Power first came out, and I was so excited to watch it. It was like when the Halo series came out. I remember telling my girlfriend with Halo that she was like, "You want to watch this?" And I was like, "Yes, I have to see this." You know what I mean?
Halo the TV show.
Yeah, I have to see this. And like with the Rings of Power, I had to see that first episode, and I'll never forget that in the beginning or whatever with Galadriel. Going off into the snow and all that. Yeah, literally, where the one guy, like, they're like, Galadriel, we have to stop. And she's like, yeah, we're going forward. And the one guy's, like, dropping, dying on the ground. And they're like, Galadriel. And she finally looks and sees this guy dropping. She's
Focus
like,
on
okay,
the
yeah,
big
we can
things.
stop. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the whole point, when they finally turned on her, I agreed with the group. I was like, this girl's gonna get you killed. Like, leave.
Yeah.
It was
She's
so
on a
bad.
suicide quest, which is totally out of character for her.
Well, just for the opening. Why? That's your hero? You know, like, it's Galadriel. It doesn't fit Galadriel, like you're saying. But, like, just even if it was a character I'd never know. Like, why are you showing me that for the person I'm supposed to like the most? Like, that they're a
Show
horrible
growth
leader?
progression, Kevin.
I'm sure, you know, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the part
Anyways.
when the Hobbits came up. I turned it off and I never watched it again. I was like, this is the most boring garbage I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Funny stuff.
And I've marathoned the Lord of the Rings before, but like, man, that TV show, dude. I was just like, got to the parts of the hobbits like smashing food or moving food around. I was just like, no, I'm good. Thanks, Amazon. And I've never had interest to watch it, but again, the fact that like there's a whole new season out, like a brand new Lord of the Rings TV show season's out, and I heard about it as a meme joke on Twitter. What the hell? No, but your guys' assistance is required. To like the stream, subscribing, great donations, cool, consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, and a Discord for stream alerts. There's also an Amazon affiliate link too. Yeah, they spent like a ton of money on that show.
Well, like, I don't know. At some point with like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and that, like, I don't know. It's like the writer's fault at that point.
No, it's a whole bunch of
blaming
people.
actors or this or that, but it is. It's just like the worst writers ever.
Did you ever see like the acting on the Acolyte? Like I saw a couple like snippets and stuff like that, and it's like the acting is so bad. It's like they just literally grabbed the most inexperienced actors off the street and were like, yo, have your crack at Star Wars.
Well, that was the one thing. I was talking to you about it. I thought it was really interesting with the actors they got for Acolyte, because there was that one clip that went around where the dude was like talking about, oh, well, you think this is so bad, but remember when Anakin blew up the Death Star? And it was kind of a joke of like, yeah, I had no clue what he's talking about, like, at all. You know, it's like, well, why are you even talking about it? And then I think I told you about it before, but there was that really cool thing with the actor that played Starkiller. He was talking about his audition when he got Starkiller, that like there was all the people that went up there and they were doing the scene where he's meditating, making the lightsaber. And that the director came up to him and he's like, you know, I've done the shot so many times. He's like, when you're doing the meditation, why are you so tense? And I can't remember his name, but he basically said that, well, because he doesn't know how to meditate. And the director was like, what do you mean? And the guy that plays Starkiller was like, well, he's a Sith. He doesn't know how to meditate. He's not trying to find peace with the Force. He's trying to force everything together, that, you know, make the Force act exactly how he wills it, and that Vader never taught him inner peace. You know, and that's where he said that he saw all the, like, the focus group talking or whatever, and that he was told that's when he got the role, because he brought something to it. But, like, I thought that was so incredible, because as he was describing it, I was like, no, that's really cool, you know, that, yeah, a Sith wouldn't know how to meditate properly. I think of, like, Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon. When the shields come up, I always love that difference, that Qui-Gon stops and takes a breath, he gets down, he starts thinking. Darth Maul never stops. He stares at him angrily, pacing back and forth, you know, like... anyways, yeah, the guy that plays Starkiller, what an awesome take. And it's funny because he was just doing voice acting, motion capture, but like you could totally see where he knew, or at least was a fan of it, and brought something special to that character. And The Force Unleashed is awesome. You know what I mean? Anyways,
really
the difference from that to, you know, Anakin blew up the Death Star.
It's just a little
Where
bit of an
did you
understanding
go?
of the material.
Yeah, basically.
And then you have Harrison Ford. I don't care.
There was even that one clip of Harrison Ford, though, too, where where they're talking about the "I love you" scene, and that he was talking that the original line was for Han Solo to say "I love you" back, but he made the protest, and I think he was right that Han Solo doesn't act like that. That's not Han Solo. You know, he would have been cool and kind of inlay his face with, "Yeah, I know." And it's a great scene.
And it's
you know.
iconic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just kind of neat that Harrison Ford, nailed that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just about near the beginning.
What the hell are you doing? You're too busy talking about Star Wars, and you're like fucking miles away. We have cool jetpacks, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm figuring out these obstacles too well. Sorry.
I mean, hell, if you gave Kevin and I $200 million to make a Star Wars show, I'm sure we could come up with something a little bit more interesting.
I don't want to be that guy, but I think we could come up with something pretty decent.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't top the original idea or something. Like, I'm never going to claim that. But yeah, I think we would come up with something watchable.
At least some bang for their buck for the freaking cost. Jesus. Okay, how do I open this? Or is it because you're not here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Dude, what the hell are you doing?
I can't get across this. What am I
Hold
doing?
Y to go up, and then press Y to dash.
So while I'm in midair, and then I dash. Oh my god! Okay, well that's gonna change everything.
What is Kevin talking about? He's on a tangent.
I was talking about Star Wars, yeah. Sorry if it wasn't interesting.
Don't worry, guys. Kevin will
No, but I can't dash there.
catch up. Well, maybe you're supposed to go around to the other side, Kevin, to the left or something.
Uh,
Don't worry, I'm sure the audience will really love as I stand here and watch you awkward. Like, it's kind of funny too because I just see your name through the wall, very awkwardly, pitifully trying to like jump
Say
across a
it,
gap. Like you can clearly tell that Kevin's trying to jump across something. Did you make it?
it's frustrating.
Looks like you kind of made it.
Yeah, I just finally got it.
He's coming, guys. Kevin will arrive.
Alright.
I feel like in a simpler time, I would have just sat here smoking.
Right.
Over here, brothers.
I could have did without that.
Over here, brothers. Don't worry, guys. Kevin will arrive. You know what does Gandalf always say? Wizard always arrives, exactly.
Wizard is never late, nor is he early.
An IRL stream with Kevin? We can't because Kevin is a mysterious man.
Yes.
We'll only see Kevin when we exploit his death. That's how things are meant to be, guys. Oh, Kevin, I feel like I haven't seen you in like 10 minutes.
Right? Are you kidding me? I hate
Your face looking across the gap.
Dude, it is fighting me so bad.
You look so heroic there,
worst part.
Kevin, for 2 seconds.
I blew it.
Can you kill that guy while you're over there, too?
Sure.
No, I'll kill him. Never mind.
Okay. Are you kidding me? I'm hitting Y, dude. I am hitting Y. I cannot get this to work. It's driving me nuts.
The alien made the
Okay.
jump.
Did it.
Holy crap, dude. This is embarrassing. Not for me. I'm having a great laugh here, but... Holy fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, you're heroes of the planet. We're the ones that are supposed to stop
crap,
the creatures.
I was doing great till they wanted me to use a jetpack.
Holy crap.
I thought that was clunky. I can't believe you just nailed it. Like.
People are like, for fuck's sakes, Kevin.
For real, though.
Oh, man.
Suck.
Guys, I don't have any ammo. You want to get down there and execute those guys? Oh, no, we can go forward there anyways. It's open now, isn't it?
I don't want to go down
it's
there
not
because
open.
I'd have to get back up.
That's why we want you to go down there, Kevin. I want to see
Yeah.
see if you can get back up here. Don't worry, I'll go be a hero. It's all right.
I feel like I have to now.
No, just stay up there, Kevin. It's embarrassing.
I'm already here.
I love how gory this is.
Yeah, the way they pop and that.
Take them down. Alright, now the doorway's open, Kevin. So anyways, we're back into the action, guys.
Xenos abominations. Stored biomass.
Vile. The crash site is on the other side of that.
My PC heating up one sec here.
Biomass. Too high to jump.
Nope, okay.
Have melted charges.
Sometimes when my PC like heats up and I think it's like Chrome kicking my like CPU into overdrive and then I have to like execute the Chrome executable. But sometimes it's not. Okay, so now we have to plant bombs,
Okay.
which is gonna be really hard. So you do the bomb at the bottom. I'll do all the flying bombs, I guess. Because I know how you struggle with
I think I've got that. It's just...
with flight. I mean, you know, it's not like you're an experienced decades old hell jumper or anything. Guys, it's the second 100 year of your life. That's when you really get good at the jetpack.
Melted charges in position.
It's like the idea of this like super awesome Marine, you know, he's inspiring the militia the entire time, but then he gets in a jetpack and has no clue what he's doing.
It's just embarrassing.
Ugh.
Just highly incompetent with the jetpack. It's the one weakness that my routine has. It's not jetpacker. Though I don't think as a Marine you're allowed to have any weaknesses. Kevin, you gotta get over here, man.
Jump pack engaged. Changing magazine.
Fucking things. These things are so annoying that do the psychedelic or whatever abilities.
Yeah.
Fucking so annoying. God.
The Emperor protects.
You are dying, you dumb fucking thing. Oh god, it's getting back up.
Xenos cycle.
So bloody annoying. Oh my god, is there another one? Might as well blow it. Boom.
There we go.
You looking for this? Oh no. Kevin, what does it mean?
Chaos.
Doesn't seem good. Chaos, apparently.
Sweep the area.
Heretics. Heretics.
Brother!
I'm fine. It must be the Rubicon surgery.
When?
2 days.
These cutscenes are actually like super high quality too. They look great.
Find it! Hurry!
God, they look so badass.
Go.
I said
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Nozick is dead. The mission is over. Whoever did this is long gone. My lord, we cannot take you. We have ordered.
The orders are Avarax. We cannot allow you on board.
Our lieutenant is wounded. Unless you intend to strike me, brother, we are getting on that ship.
Well, at least they know how to deal with things, eh? You know how many times zombie infestations have happened because people don't burn the bodies? Too often.
Awesome Back for Blood reference.
Seriously.
I loved when we were going through that. You're thinking about the logic that, like, not only did they not know what to do with the bodies, but they piled them all together.
Yeah, you just don't do that kind of thing. Gears of War that happened, Back for Blood, other zombie things. It's just, you know, it's a ground for things to fester and mutate. That's what that is. Yeah. Fine to dump the bodies, but you gotta make sure you burn them. It's just being lazy.
You know it.
Chaos all along.
Akaran will not deceive us, Gadriel.
Then where did Divinitus Titus serve previously? And why is he back in battle so soon after such grievous surgery?
Sergeant Ventiad spoke of a Death Watch team that deployed the virus bomb on Kadaku. Perhaps,
Lieutenant,
brother, are you recovered?
I am.
The apothecary should run a diagnostic.
I do not have the need nor the time for such a process.
Magos Gallio also expressed his concern. Consider his counsel, if not ours.
If there is any risk of recurrence, it puts the whole squad in jeopardy. It can wait. I must speak with Captain Akaran. As you command.
Boom, 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 boom. I love the sense of weight that these Marines have too. Like, it feels like the world, like you're actually stepping through. Did you play the RoboCop game, Kevin?
No.
Okay, that one was really neat too, because in that game you could really feel like the weight of RoboCop moving in the environment.
Reports were exaggerated.
That's cool. I know what you mean though, like when you're sprinting the way it's like clunk, clunk, clunk,
Clunk,
everything
clunk,
shakes a little bit. Yeah.
Like you feel like you're a big dude in big armor.
Excuse me.
The Emperor protects.
The Emperor brings sexy back. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you taking in a session?
Yeah.
That's funny. For the Emperor. Amazing game. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great time.
I like these guys' religion. It's a whole lot of we're the best, they're not. You know.
It's our way or the highway. I mean, how else will you get everybody in line in order to get the job done, right?
Bring down a thunder.
Yeah.
He is right. The arch enemy is here.
I mean, hell, the things they have to fight in this universe, you gotta have everybody on board, right?
There must have been a reason they wanted.
If it's not orcs, it's freaking like Parasites, not parasites, it's heretics.
What in
Ridiculous.
damnation happened down there?
Nozick was assassinated.
The Adeptus Mechanicus report said engine failure.
That's not what I saw.
Sergeant. Traitors.
Chaos.
You're sure?
No mistaking it, sir.
Chaos.
Clear the bridge.
Can't have the regulars hearing about this.
Nozick was head of a highly classified project.
Aurora. What is it?
A weapon.
And the minions of Chaos learned of its existence.
With Nozick dead, there's only one man capable of continuing the work.
This man.
Always lose. Nozick's apprentice. He is currently missing. His last known location was a Mechanicus facility on Avarax, one that is now overrun with Tyranids. This will get you into the cogitator within the facility. You can access Luz's tracker from there. We are on course to Avarax now. I want you ready the second we enter orbit.
Sir. What was on the ship with Nozick?
What concern is it of yours?
The Mechanicus seemed eager to retrieve it, and yet the enemy left it untouched.
Whatever it is, without Luz, it's useless to us.
All very valid points. All very valid points.
Avarax will take time.
Shouldn't be asking questions, man. Just follow orders.
Very well. If
It's
it will
true.
put you at ease.
Megas Galio will be in the armory.
Avengers, assemble. I feel like you do a lot of elevatoring in this game.
Yes.
A lot of elevatoring. It's the perfect time for you guys to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donation's cool. Be the channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord, and the Amazon store affiliate link too.
I would have preferred to stay on Kadaku and hunt down the heretics that dishonored our brothers.
You too, man.
Find them on Avarax.
But the narrative needs to progress and we need to visit new planets.
Whatever those tech priests are working on is still here in this system. I expect the greatest battle is yet to come.
Yeah, so do I, man. So do I.
What do you mean? Battles even greater than we've had?
Titus,
It's true.
I heard that you collapsed upon encountering the tainted wreckage. I am concerned.
So my skull,
Mere
man.
side effect of the surgery. I am fully recovered.
Sergeant Gadriel, I trust that you will be close at hand should your brother suffer any further episodes.
Yes, Brother Chaplain.
If the arch-enemy is indeed present, any weakness could grow into a cancer of the soul.
I hate when that happens.
Bind yourself to the pages of the Codex, and it will shield you from the glare of heresy.
Really? The
My
Codex
faith
will
is without compromise.
shield me from the glare of heresy. Alright. Cool. Sure, why not, right?
Hey, there's no bigger threat than heresy, man.
It's true. I hate when
Not all
heresy
these
glares
aliens.
upon myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you're into a gal and things are going well and then they're not and you're just like the fucking glare of heresy.
Oh, dude, you think she's the one, you know? She shares all these great thoughts. You have these deep conversations, you know? And then, boom, she's a heretic.
Yeah.
Gotta get rid of her. Yeah.
I hate when that happens. It's like the, you know, when all the grunts come in the room and they go, heretic, heretic.
Yeah.
Cannot afford another episode like that.
If they came to see me beg. Arbiter getting toasted there. I mean, that's pretty brutal, dude. They like burn his like whole chest and stuff. I mean, you really think about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. At least those elites are tough and they heal. This is Avarax's orbit, guys. It says that right above me. In case you didn't know how to read. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Titus, your biometrics are below peak, but well within the tolerances for combat.
Well, that's good.
Find no explanation for the symptoms you experienced.
Then I have duties to attend to.
You have the blessings of the Omnisci.
I heard that some people that have this issue, they take pills and then the issue disappears.
Ooh. Well, you know, 1 in 10 adults.
Yeah. If there's a Space Marine in your life that isn't hitting full potential.
I wasn't sure if you were walking in place or you were disconnected.
It's like a story thing the character kind of goes through, where it's like they're checking your diagnostics to make sure that you're like battle ready, and yeah, it's a little thing here. It's a whole little thing. Alright, let's roll. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I was really hoping we get to see something new today. Ah, God. This stream did not go how I expected it, guys.
Oh, we could do a quick multiplayer if you wanted.
No, it's too
I'm not
late.
gonna finish the story. It's too late, okay.
I'm just mowing through this.
I do think you'll enjoy it though whenever we get to it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be neat. Hopefully my main account will be fixed by then. I don't know how it'll be fixed, but hopefully that's the case.
Can you imagine they just can't fix it?
Oh, I could definitely see that happening. I've had it happen before, like, what was it? Cyberpunk didn't work for me for, like, months.
What happened with that?
I had an early build of it, but they never removed me from that early build, so I was stuck in, like, a broken build of Cyberpunk for, like, literally, I think it was several months.
Wasn't that neat?
Hmm?
I take it they fixed the situation?
Yeah, because there was an update that came out or something and I needed to cover it, so they fixed it for me, but yeah, it's kind of funny. Because you have to be, like, whitelisted to get on the early builds, because it's, like, a really specialty thing that doesn't happen very often. And, yeah, I think you and I actually did that today for something, if I'm not mistaken. Again, trying to come up with something for what Kevin does on the channel.
Yeah.
So that's fun. What does he do? He helps me grind. I can't grind without Kevin.
What was it? Support staff or something?
Yeah, I think it's like labeled as support staff. They like need to know what Kevin does. Well, fuck, I don't know what he does. Comes in occasionally. He talks. He sings. He dances.
Can't figure out the jetpacks, you know, the usual.
Yeah. Just never have him try to use a jetpack and you're all good. Is he gonna be in a big ass city? The later levels on this planet are pretty sweet.
This looks really cool.
You get to see some crazy battles. Yeah, it's not working, so we gotta go around, blah 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 blah. There's a power sword here if you want it.
It's actually, I already grabbed one.
You may override safety protocols via the control room at your own risk.
I don't know, I think the power sword looks cooler than the chainsaw sword.
I hope that there's someone out there that like breaks down how much it would cost to recreate this game with the actual minifigures. You know, like buying all the
Tyranids, you know? Like,
yeah. I want $1 amount of how much this would cost to recreate with like the figurines. The PvP, yeah, the PvP is live. Kevin was playing it earlier. I can't because my account's a little buggy, but yeah. This like type of movement going through buildings like this just screams Gears of War from like 2006.
the movement, the blood splatters, the over the shoulder, you know.
Yeah.
You nailed it earlier where you said it has that like 360 feel in a very positive way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. It's even got a similar resolution.
Does it look that bad on your Series X though?
It's murky as fuck, man. Like it's genuinely murky. So like you're like it's all dynamic, right? So you're at like 1440p-ish at like 30 FPS. I'm at like 1080p-ish at 60 FPS-ish. So like yeah, it's pretty murky looking. Like it depends on the sequence too. Like when we're indoors, it looks a lot better, but like when you're out and about like fighting and stuff, like it's really murky looking.
I'd love to go back in time and tell myself, you know, when I was getting the Series S, thinking, oh, should I save for the Series X? Just being like, nah, it's the best purchase you'll make for the Xbox.
Your last Xbox purchase.
Yeah.
The damn Series S. I have full ammo. Oh, I'm actually full. But like, oh, look at you, Kevin, stepping up to move a thing out of the way this time. A loading screen segment.
Somebody had to.
There's gonna be snipers here, so you want to get behind the pillars. I'll take the left, you take the right side.
Sounds good.
Shoot
Can't
as you
dodge.
go up, otherwise you get sniped and killed pretty easily. But what is it, like the original Space Marine on the 360 ran at 720p 30 FPS. So if you think about it, we're pretty close on like resolution to that experience, eh? How you doing on your side?
Almost up.
Alright, well I'll kill these guys for you so you can just walk up here. Oh no, you got that one. Good job, Kevin.
A couple big guys I had to fight.
Alright, this is one of the sequences where we're gonna be standing at the top here and we're gonna be like butchering like thousands, well hundreds of enemies.
Okay.
Oh, your biggest fan is here, Kevin.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
This guy's always your big fan. He always wonders where you are. It's common. Love of Warhammer 40K, it's great. Oh no, he's legitimately probably your biggest fan, I would say, honestly. Except for your 1 pal that pops in occasionally. Where's Kevin? It's like, what, Spooner? Is it Spooner? Yeah. Where's Kevin?
Is it? Yeah, where's Kevin? That's funny.
Oh, I accidentally shot the fire barrels. Fuck.
Is this just a big defense point here?
Yeah, they're just gonna be coming up. We're just gonna like smash through them all. Focus on the snipers. And they'll be on the right side too, snipers, you know.
I can't dodge them.
There's something about going through a game twice in like a few days that just exhausts the ever-living fuck out of you.
I would kind of notice that, like, your energy slowed down a little bit as it's going on.
It's like I literally just did this like yesterday.
That's fair.
This isn't
And
even
not
like the
just that
grindy
you
part.
did it, but you went through the grind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm pretty like burnt out. Like this is great, but I'm like, man, am I fucking tired. And thanks to the donation there for the Emperor. Kevin do it too. For the Emperor. Give us a yell, Kevin.
oh, for the Emperor.
There you go.
Ah,
Alright,
gotta
now we
get that
go for
chivalry yell in there.
Ah.
Ah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Proceed to the objective. Sir, you seem to be at full strength again. Did the apothecaries identify the cause of your collapse?
Yes, they gave me a pill for it.
As you wish, Lord. Restocking.
Crack grenades are great. They like lock on to enemies.
Okay.
Marines.
I can't remember.
Assemble.
There's those mother bombs or whatever. But like you throw them on the ground and then you detonate them.
They're like mines.
Yeah.
They're really good against bosses. Actually, I find the grenade launcher is the most effective against bosses. If you're sitting beside an ammo thing, you can just keep like reloading it endlessly. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick a chair over.
Yeah, that's one thing that's really cool too, is like a lot of the stuff in the environment you can kind of like smash. I don't know if you noticed that in the swamps, but you can like run through all of like the sticks and stuff and they'll like break around you and that. It's pretty neat.
I saw you go through the one, there was a bunch of sticks or whatever, like a bush pile, and as soon as we load in, you ran right through it. Kind of gave me a chuckle.
Yeah, it's entertaining. I'm like the kid in the candy store video game Destruction, where you can just like walk through it and everything breaks. It's great. What game is that I really love where you do that? You just like smash everything in the environment. Like you throw chairs around and stuff. It's freaking awesome. I'm trying to think of what that is. I love environmental like destruction and physics. It's always fun in video games. We're gonna have to fight a bunch of snipers. Don't shoot any of the red barrels unless there's a sniper beside them, and then yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of guys.
Blow
coming.
up, classic video game logic.
Yeah. That sniper over there, and then there's a sniper on the top left, but you can shoot the barrels.
Before, but the environment, I love with chivalry, where like you're picking up chairs and killing people with them.
Yeah, the interactivity of like chivalry type things, like picking up like random food items, random like items in the world, and just like killing people with it is great.
Well, what was the one achievement? Killing people with like breadsticks or something like that?
Breadsticks. Oh yeah, that was kill a dozen people with bread. That was really fun in chivalry. Yeah. Kevin has the best Emperor Screams. Oh. This game is challenging. Yeah, that's. I did warn people about that, right? Where I was like, this game has difficulty to it.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier when you play with someone else, though.
Very
Fuck.
much so.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a lot easier when you play with somebody else. At least it's not doing that one. My favorite crash is when it does the screeching. Oh, it actually like hard shut off my Xbox. That's great. I gotta get off my ass and turn the computer or the Xbox back on. One sec, guys. I'm still here talking, but yeah, I gotta go and turn it on.
Holy.
That was that's what they call a hard crash. It's like we're playing Battlefield 2042 when the Xbox kept shutting off.
I can't believe that. It actually shut off your Xbox. That's...
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened. Most of the time it just soft crashes.
What is it that makes it do that? Just like a total overload of information, or like what?
I theorize it's the CPU kind of getting maxed out because there's so many like creatures in the environment, and then trying to hit 60 FPS. I'm assuming that's why. I think it's a CPU bottleneck, and I'm assuming that's why the Series S can't do 60 FPS, is it would just like break the game too much.
Huh.
Yeah. Because I'm like, theoretically, you could probably do like a Series S, like 400 or 500p at 60 FPS mode. Theoretically, but like, I assume it's just too much going on in the environment and too many creatures, and then it just like overloads things. Anyway, she's loading back up.
That's wild. Sir.
Like again, that's like in my review, guys, I said frequent crashing. Frequent. Warhammer. In the grim dark future, there is only war. Ba ba ba. Oh no, it's Call of Duty World War II. Ba ba ba. Yeah, I can't wait till we get to stream that on the Game Pass.
That's gonna be awesome. What COD do you think you're gonna play first? All of them come to Game Pass.
If they all drop at once?
Yeah.
be the most popular?
Would be the most
OG
popular.
Modern Warfare 2?
I'd say Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2.
Well, Black Ops 2. Oh, yeah, you're right. Black Ops 2 would be fucking hot.
Yeah. It's funny that age gap, because like there's our age group, and I find it's the majority. Modern Warfare 2 is pretty agreed upon, but it's like the few people that are just a little bit younger than us. I always hear Black Ops 2, and it's like,
For me, I find it's always kind of like the first COD you sort of like get into the series with, and most people our age started with Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. In the not too distant future.
I may not get the reference, but the song sounds fun.
With the help of his robot friends. For Mystery Science Theater 3000. Anyways, I love Mystery Science Theater. Let's kill these fucking guys again. Do I gain experience in the campaign? Experience in kicking ass. And the experience of getting your likes on the stream. Whoa. Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for the stream alerts, and the Amazon store affiliate link. It's what the Emperor would want. Ow. Ow. Can I get some help killing these fucking snipers, Kevin?
Working on it.
Oh, there's all these ugly green things everywhere. You know you can throw grenades over there?
On you, they get me the most, man.
It's all these stupid green things blowing up. Is there like a flying thing causing these? Like, where are these things coming from? Ain't easy being a Space Marine. I'm really looking forward to it. I picked up Alien Colonial Marines there for 360. Yeah. I'm gonna have a fun stream revisiting that one. Did you ever play that one?
No, I didn't.
It's very special, Kevin.
Is it really good, or?
No, it's considered pretty like terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. That sucks.
Like, it's based in the Alien universe, right? But it's the one from like Gearbox. You know, kind of how they did that really bad, like Max Payne, or not Max Payne, sorry, Duke Nukem. Honestly, Duke Nukem's kind of entertaining to a degree, but yeah, this came out around the same time, and it's like equally like not great. Finest hour, but we're mostly just saying it's like the COD that people like typically is sort of around the one they started at that was the best. See, like, I started with COD 3, but I love COD 4 the most. It came out the year after. Most of the people I know, they started playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And then some of the younger ones, they started around, like, Black Ops 2, which was really good, so they liked that one the most. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, because, like, the first COD I ever played was the second one. And I loved that one, but, like, I didn't play it really online. That's where COD 4 was really interesting, because that was one of the first games where like I really took like online multiplayer seriously. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
But yeah, I noticed the younger gen, they don't have favorites that are like Ghosts or Advanced Warfare. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, so those ones didn't resonate with people when they jumped into them. Which is a problem for, you know, younger ones coming up. There's too much happening in this game? I don't think there's enough happening.
That sounds like heresy. No, I don't know.
Heretic. You can definitely get really overwhelmed. That's what I was saying, like, this game actually can be quite hard. And it's sort of like, it is a lot easier when you do it in co-op because there's just, you know, it's like, it's not even like the AI is terrible in this or anything like that, but like, it's like crowd control and that is handled a lot more effectively.
Yeah.
In actual like players that you can coordinate with. Not that we do a lot of coordination, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah.
Two people actually kicking ass together.
Yeah.
I did find that when I was playing by myself, I felt like the heavy units focused on me more than the AI.
Yeah.
I find it's kind of more of a split between you and me when we're both playing. Yeah.
But for this, we have to watch the giant things that are attached to the top because the bats are gonna like frenzy them.
Okay.
You know.
That was a long time ago. I prefer not to discuss it.
Medal of Honor. What happened to them? People didn't play them and then they died. The franchise. Was it Medal of Honor Warfighter ended it basically? Sock'em as well. People stopped playing them over time. Other shooters came out.
It's just sad because like Medal of Honor Airborne, amazing.
The campaign's like fucking hard as hell to get into. And I don't know. I feel like Medal of Honor kind of had its heyday during the whole World War II era of shooters, and it just kind of like it was good, but it wasn't good enough. It didn't have enough of its own identity to kind of evolve. And you know, they tried to bring it back, right, with the modern series, but then it was basically just like Battlefield adjacent, or trying to be like COD and era, and it just never really worked, right?
That was my thought, was that it just lost out to Call of Duty.
Well, the original creators of Call of Duty were the people that made Medal of Honor. Was it Sam Bell and the other guy? And then like EA pissed them off, so they went to Activision and they're like, we want to make a Medal of Honor killer, which became Call of Duty. And yeah, then Activision pissed them off, and then they went and made Titanfall back at EA, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I think they're both retired, or one's still doing industry, the other one's retired or something, but like, it is kind of funny, because literally that's what Call of Duty was designed as, was basically a Medal of Honor killer, and it's one of the few times where you hear X game killer and it actually kills the main game it set out to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the big thing, is like Call of Duty actually like evolved over time, and Medal of Honor didn't really change. By the time it tried to evolve, it was so flat-footed and fell behind that people didn't care about it anymore. Because yeah, you know, you got COD going into the modern era, and then you've still got what, Airborne and stuff coming out this World War II, and it's like nobody cared because everybody was doing Modern Warfare. Yeah, the COD lore goes deep. It's actually like a lot of like business type complexity behind the scenes. I talk about it all the time, but it fascinates me. Yeah. OG Xbox Live back in the day. Yeah, I played at my buddy's, and this one gal's dad had it too. I don't know if Mitchell had Xbox Live back in the day.
I really didn't myself. I didn't do a whole lot of Xbox Live till
360.
360, yeah.
Like, you guys gotta understand
funny.
too, like, online multiplayer just wasn't prevalent like it is now. Like, there was lots of people playing it, but it wasn't like common.
Yeah. Because what we would do was I did like Halo 1 and 2 multiplayer and all that. It's just your friends would come over and you would split screen.
Yeah, you would do split
Like,
screen.
you play with your buddies, yeah.
Tiny ass little TV, and you'd have all these people playing it.
Yeah.
That's how we used to play it.
That's actually how I did my Call of Duty 2 matches, you know. Had my
Local.
buddies come over and they'd play. Yeah, local. Always local.
Because, like, when I first
And
got
then-
my 360, for a while, it was pretty much like a Halo 2 box.
Yeah.
And I think it was mostly my mother trying to get me to try something else. I got my first $50 bill. I don't know what it was for. But it was my first $50 bill, and she like gave me like a Best Buy flyer. She's like, Call of Duty 3 is $50. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I went out and bought it, and then yeah, it was a long fucking time ago.
It's like the Modern Warfare thing with COD, because it's so funny that none of the shooters were doing that at that point, and then finally when that one came out,
and then they all were.
Yeah, but like the one thing I really find is interesting is that I gotta hand it to Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. That was one of the first games that really I was like, oh wow, you know, like you're playing with your buddies all the time online versus, you know, completely random people.
Like
and
people,
I don't know.
Hate on COD all the time, but like without Call of Duty 4, like technically all of our multiplayer games are still coasting off of the tech that COD, or the concepts that COD 4 introduced: custom classes, perks. You know, like the type of lobby structuring that was competitive, the different game types and playlists, the era of modern shooters, the gun skins, really kind of normalized DLC. That like COD 4 really changed the industry forever, because like I said, I can't really name too many games since that have like genuinely revolutionized things. Like you could be like, oh, the Battle Royale was a big revolution, but it's kind of just like a twist on something that existed prior, right?
It didn't change the face of gaming from literally where my experience was split screen to pure online gaming from that point forward, you know? Like,
and it was like, it was kind of one of the first games that really pushed like a ranking system in terms of competitive rank, but also like you personally leveling and prestiging and cycling through, and kind of that was the first step towards like basically battle passes and unlocking weapons and stuff. Like that was the foundation for that kind of stuff. And, yeah. A lot of the, like, literally, again, like, our industry is just coasting off of what they did with that game. Which is kind of funny. Am I a big Warhammer fan? Like, not in this time. Drink? Oh, he's drinking green tea, okay. Counters. The counters are important, but you don't have to hit all of them. Warhammer, I play a lot of Warhammer games to review, so, like, I'm definitely more and more knowledgeable of it. I had some miniatures when I was little, and it was kind of cool, but it was a little expensive, so I didn't really fully ever get into it. And it's like, I definitely wouldn't play with the miniatures at this current point in time. It wouldn't be something I would get into. But, like, I'm knowledgeable of Warhammer. I find it kind of interesting, and I've played a lot of Warhammer games. Like quite a few of them to do videos on over the years. So that's kind of my knowledge of it. Yeah. Fortnite did a lot for gaming and streaming. Well, I don't really think so. Like, again, Fortnite just kind of took pre-existing concepts. Like, I guess, you know, from the perspective of you being like, oh, like Fortnite, trying to think of, like, the biggest contribution Fortnite has had to the industry is the technology advancements for Unreal Engine, to have larger scale multiplayer offerings for Unreal Engine games and like optimizing Unreal Engine. But like, streaming was already quite popular. I think Fortnite was just part of that. I don't think they really changed any part of streaming, with Fortnite being a thing. And
streaming,
yeah.
it is funny because like,
but streaming was around way before Fortnite, and it was building in popularity even well before Fortnite.
I think it was, yeah, it was the slow build of popularity, because like there was streaming, I'd say, like when we were in high school, but nobody cared for streaming when we were in high school. I don't ever remember anyone talking about, oh, did you catch the stream? Oh, I'm going to stream. Like, nobody. And I'm talking like 2013, 14. You know,
I just tried streaming Borderlands 2 on, like, I think it was called Justin.tv at the time, which became Twitch TV. God, you can't see anything here.
No, not at all.
But, like, it really, yeah, it wasn't really a thing, but it was definitely before even Fortnite. Streaming was definitely growing. Like, I don't even think Fortnite really upped streaming that much, did it? Wasn't it just like a hype game? Yeah.
Well, I feel like Fortnite even got bigger than when it was first initially released, because I remember when it first came out, there was a lot of
It was
people
a
talking
PvE
about
mode.
it. Yeah, but like, yeah, it just kept like steamrolling.
Yeah, and it's like, it's a big game. I'm not knocking it in that regard, but like, I don't really think it necessarily did any. Like, obviously, it's a big game, and it like tons and tons of players, tons and tons of kids love it. It's, you know, a juggernaut in the industry, blah 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 blah. But I don't think it really changed or revolutionized anything specifically. First to do crossplay? Absolutely not, dude. Crossplay's been around for a long time. Shadowrun in 2007 had fucking crossplay.
Well,
Yeah.
I would say Fortnite, where I do think it revolutionized, was how much like microtransactions happened, because like there were microtransactions before.
They
but
were
I
the
do
battle
not
pass people, I think.
Were they? I just
Yeah.
it like I do not remember it being so bad as since Fortnite. And like I remember, I don't know, we've all heard the stories of like kids like grabbing their parents' credit cards and that.
But
to buy
that
stuff.
happened
Yeah.
before it too. It'd be way before Fortnite. People would do that. Kids would do that for FIFA, right?
I don't remember it ever being as bad with Fortnite. And then like every single game like turned huge into operators and skins and this.
Oh,
and
for
that.
fuck's sake, we're not doing this again.
No. I'm just saying that like I feel like Fortnite really revolutionized that.
I give them the battle pass. But again, Call of Duty 4 was setting up the foundations of a battle pass where you're like rewarded and earning things over long term. There's a stim pack over here. The operators, they don't even do operators in Fortnite. They're just skins.
Well, like, I'm not trying to like complain about it again. I'm just saying that operators, in my mind, are just skins.
Wait
like,
a sec.
Honestly, other than like hero
There's...
shooters.
Wait.
What?
Big thing
What are we
coming.
missing? Oh, okay.
Very good.
But like, I don't know. Like, it's after. Maybe it has nothing to do with it, but I feel
Kevin,
like
run
it was
towards that
after
door.
Fortnite came out. Run to the towards the door. Okay. Awesome. What a big baddie.
Oh, he comes for me? Come on. Sorry, anyways, keep going.
No, it's all good. Yeah. No, I'm just saying yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he likes me.
If it had nothing to do with each other, it at least came out the exact same time, coincidentally, that, like, yeah, huge microtransactions, at least for how your characters look, this and that.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you the evolution of more and more aggressive microtransactions. Like, COD was definitely tipping its toes and that sort of thing for years, but Fortnite really got that, like, kicking off with, like, seasonal stuff and constant battle passes and tons of little character items. A pet ant? That's nice. Gaming into the mainstream? You think Fortnite made gaming mainstream? I heavily disagree about that. Gaming was becoming mainstream well before Fortnite was a thing.
Yeah, I think that was just a generational thing. Because,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I would actually say? Is like almost everybody I knew. I actually thought it was more weird when you were our age and you didn't game. Because, like, hardly anybody didn't game.
Like, there was even like
But,
lots of women that were gaming back then, which again, guys, sounds like a crazy thing, but like,
Actually, well, what I was gonna mention is what I think is really funny for like more of the gender equaling out for playing games. I kind of give credit to Skyrim.
Skyrim.
In my mind,
I think
like,
it
there
was the 360 era in general, because I knew ladies that were playing. Some they only played, like, they would play Guitar Hero or like party type games or maybe like Connect, and a lot of them, I think you're kind of right there, but like role playing games in general. It's like Fable.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
My
Skyrim.
sister played Fable, but
Yeah.
like I knew so many girls. When I thought of like girls gaming when we were like kids, I always expected Mario Kart. Even one girl I dated, we went over to her house and she was like, "Oh, you know, we could play games together. I know how much you would like to play. What did we play? Mario Kart." And,
Oh,
like,
I
nothing's
always
wrong
hated
with
that.
it, but yeah, but like that's what I always connected it with.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but Skyrim, specifically Skyrim, I remember that was the first time where there were girls that I know were not playing games. I tried talking to them about playing games, and out of nowhere, they're like, oh yeah, Skyrim's really cool. You know, whether that was the first game they openly admitted to playing, like a bunch of random games, but I don't know.
Okay, we need to focus on fucking killing this thing.
He's almost dead.
Alright, go execute. I'll get him.
Got him, guy.
I love the executions in this game. They're so freaking ridiculous. Look at me. I'm like on top of this fucking thing right now. Just ripping it apart. Everybody's just like watching it. I'm just like climbing on this and like stabbing stuff.
Special tactics.
I don't know. That's my thought.
Fortnite,
Fortnite though, is like I feel
Fuck.
like the kids were already playing video games. The kids were always going to play video games. Fortnite happened to be the big one for the next generation.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. The decade.
It was a
younger
test
than
to
us.
see if a free game could grow. Dude, free to play has been around way longer than Fortnite. Okay, so Fortnite was a game that was first shown in like I think it was like 2010 or 2011 at the Game Awards, or it was VGX back then, and it was like literally a fort building game. Like Fortnite launched as Fortnite Save the World, which is like a fort building kind of like wave-based survival game, and then they saw how popular PUBG was, and they very quickly pivoted. I think within 2 or 3 months to do a copy. Like Fortnite is just a copy of a battle royale. It's just a copy of like PUBG, and before that. What was the one before Fortnite? Because, like, PUBG was based off a mod of Daisy, which Daisy is based off a mod of Arma. And, yeah, no, but free-to-play games have existed way before Fortnite was a fucking thing. There was quite a few free-to-play games before that time. You're looking at it from, like, a very modern lens. And it's like, yeah, things very, very popular. Like, Fortnite's a big game, but, like, Fortnite was just kind of building and riding off the popularity waves of many, many other games that came before it. Yeah.
That's kind of, like, yeah, I'd have to agree with that. That's my thought, is that gaming was already very popular. Like, once again, for modern
And
warfare,
growing in
there's a
popularity.
reason. Yeah, like, yeah, gaming was already growing in popularity. That's why Fortnite didn't instantly just awaken everybody to gaming. Gaming was already really huge. It's just Fortnite came out and it hit that age group, like, I really think that age group, like, 10 years younger than us. Where we mentioned modern warfare, I could totally see where any 16, 17-year-old right now would talk about Fortnite specifically that way. As for the streaming, I just like the point that, like, streaming it wasn't a thing. No one was trying it. Nobody cared when we were younger. But, like, I think if you were to take COD, like, the level of which we played Modern Warfare, the original one, and if streaming was any popularity as it is now for then, there's no way it wouldn't have the numbers that Fortnite had. Because, like, again, I don't know a single guy that wasn't playing Modern Warfare.
Well, if we were streaming back in 2007, the popular game would be COD, Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
Gears 1, World of Warcraft.
Yeah, Halo 3.
Halo 3.
You know, yeah. Exactly. But yeah, that's my whole thing is, no, I think you nailed
Probably
it.
The Sims 3?
The modern lens. The Sims 3 probably.
Was The Sims 3 big then, or was The Sims 2 still big?
I can't remember. There's always a Sims.
There's
Death
always a
taxes of Sims.
There will always be a Sims.
But yeah, I do. I think it's just, yeah.
It's just relative to the times.
Yeah.
Like, I take it some of you guys are a little younger, too? H1Z1, yeah, that one, stuff like that. It reaches a broader audience, but, like, gaming was always going to reach a broader audience. It just happened to be Fortnite that was one of the ones that kind of hit the zeitgeist. And again, I'm assuming a couple of you guys are a little younger because you probably grew up with Fortnite over the last almost 10 years. How old is Fortnite now? RuneScape? Yeah, RuneScape would have been one that was a big streaming thing, too. Probably EverQuest?
Yeah, actually, I feel like EverQuest would even predate some of the ones we're talking about, like COD before.
Remember like MapleStory?
Like, yeah, so yeah, exactly, stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, this stuff's
And
always
actually,
existed.
RuneScape's another one. I don't know anyone who wasn't playing RuneScape at some
And
time.
RuneScape was like way before COD
everybody.
4.
Exactly,
Like I was in like grade like 1 or 2 when I was playing RuneScape.
yeah. Like
That's where my
when I
gamer
was
tag
in-
comes from.
I think that's hilarious. Like when I was barely little, I have my older cousin who was in his teens, and he would somewhat play games. You know what I mean? But not all of him and his buddies. Like I don't know. Like I'd give a lot of credit to specifically our little 10-year age group where it was where everybody was playing, and I feel like that was just going to carry on no matter what.
I just thought it was really interesting when everyone started getting into games. Like, generally, I noticed when games started getting really popular was around Modern Warfare 2. Because, like, all the kids had 360. Except for, like, 2 that had PlayStation.
Yeah.
And,
I have slain the carnivore.
Are you
that's
still
when I
on
noticed it started getting really popular. Fucking crashes. Don't forget to like the stream, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
I once faced
You
Well, I
grind
don't
to save
know,
the
yeah.
world.
nothing but a boldness. That was sport.
Because
I am glad.
I don't think that you couldn't admit, at no point could you not admit that Fortnite is probably one of the biggest games and that it
Oh, it's
has that
massive.
effect. It's, yeah, like absolutely massive. It's probably the generational game. Like I'd say Minecraft, but it's funny how that one extends.
Well,
My
Minecraft's
Minecraft
actually
is your Minecraft.
Technically old
Supplying.
against Fortnite.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. But like, as for that shooter or whatever, if you can even call it that, because like I always think it's funny when I play Fortnite. But either way, but as for like that shooter, everybody knows. No, I don't think anyone could debate that Fortnite is what Modern Warfare was to us.
Yeah.
Easily, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. And again, COD is still just coasting off of, like, they do innovations every now and then, like Modern Warfare 2019 I think was like kind of their last big innovation. Oh, what the fuck is this? It's not a crash this time, Kevin.
What is it?
It says disconnected. I don't know what this is. Grew up with the World of Warcraft. Yeah, actually a lot of ladies do like Dragon Age as well. Yeah, that's fair. Again, the role-playing games, right? Crash Marine.
Yeah, a lot of that. I think of that.
Yeah. It's the role playing. It is interesting. Like I think lots of people in general love role playing, but I do find that women when they do play games, they tend to really love RPGs because they like you can decorate up a character, you can make your thing. Ooh, a connection lost. Did you get connected lost or a connection lost?
No, I'm still here.
Interesting.
I did think that was funny though when Fortnite came out and it was the big battle royale phase. I remember looking at Fortnite and looking at PUBG, and I thought PUBG looked a little more grounded, so I got that one instead.
PUBG has more sales.
That's interesting.
I think Fortnite probably has more downloads, but
Oh, I got the connection lost right now.
servers are under maintenance.
Oh.
Seriously, but it's day one of the game, like, being out. The servers are under maintenance. It's the first day.
Odd timing. I guess 2 a.m. is not a bad time to try though.
Yeah, but why would you have a server maintenance on the first day of the game's been out for like 4 hours? Why would you have maintenance already? What the hell? Do they have like a Twitter? I'm wondering how long this lasts. Maybe this is our end here. Let's take a look at this maintenance here.
Reminds me of Fallout 76 with what was it, the beta or the initial release, where you could only play for like 2 hours on each given day.
What a joke. Space Marine 2. They don't even... There's not even, like, a tweet about it or anything. Do they have this on their website? How do you have maintenance, like, 4 hours after coming out? That's really weird. well, girls like women actually like in general actually there's a lot more women playing games and more different types of games. We're talking from a reflective standpoint of like it was very uncommon for ladies to play video games when we were younger. Like
Yeah, I'm
super
talking
uncommon.
like 2000s, early 2010s. Like, yeah, right now, I'd actually say it's kind of silly to suggest that like gals and mass don't play games as much as guys. Everyone I know plays games now, like absolutely everyone. But I would say, like, if you don't think you like going back to 2004 that there was a bunch of girls, that like didn't want to play games, like that's just wrong. There's that funny, it's really silly, it's a Canadian done web series. It's this pure ponage thing. It's kind of making fun of the life of a gamer or whatever, and dudes out there poning noobs. Anyways, they have one episode segment where like it's kind of like a college kid or whatever filming his brother as they're doing this skit. It's really poorly done, but they had a bunch of gals get on there and they were talking about gaming, and all these college aged women like no clue about gaming, and actually the whole segments of them kind of making fun of the idea of like grown men playing games. And as I was rewatching it the one time, I thought that was really funny because that wouldn't be the attitude now. It would actually be kind of considered ignorant if you didn't take it for its time period. Anyways, it's early 2000s. It was different.
Alright, I guess we're done. I'll give it one more try, but I think the servers are out for maintenance.
That's where it ends.
Okay, well, we'll do another stream later, I'm sure, when it fits into the schedule. And wow, again, the game's been out for like 4 hours. Maintenance on the first. Okay, that's. See you guys later, I guess.